early at the Board of Elections by mail or on Election Day. Check your voter registration.
To vote in person, you must bring a valid Ohio driver's license, state ID, U.S. passport, or military ID, and make sure it hasn't expired. Nothing else will be accepted.
As your new member of Congress, I'm fighting Trump's outrageous health care cuts, fighting his costly tariffs, and fighting the tax cuts for billionaires.
Now is the time to support strong leaders like Greg, who aren't afraid to fight for us. Greg doesn't take corporate PAC money. He is unbought and unbossed, and he continues to bring money back home, where it belongs.
I'm Greg Landsman, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message, paid for by Landsman for Congress.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much left because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part? Knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 miles of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
When it comes to prescription medications, it's essential to apply safe practices to protect your health and safety. To avoid misuse and abuse, never share or borrow medication. Keep your prescriptions out of the wrong hands by storing them in a lockbox and disposing of medication properly. Finally, understand your prescription information. Don't be afraid to ask your pharmacist and doctor for help. And if buying prescriptions online, be sure to use VIPS accredited pharmacies. Learn more at awarerx.org, a public service from the National Association of Boards of Pharmacy Foundation.
The Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council present the story of Tom and Levi.
Tom is the smartest man I know. He's been a professor at 2 major universities, been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, he told me that he was having problems in his classes. I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. And he was telling them that he was doing it as a favor to them, but I think in reality, he just wanted to get out of there. I was really starting to worry because I saw something was wrong.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me, and my love for him was just immense.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Enough already.
We can do more.
Enough already. We can find a cure.
Enough already.
We can do better for our kids.
Enough already. We are relying on you.
Childhood cancer is the leading cause of death by disease for children in our country. We can do something about that. We can come together to support the best research for safer, more effective treatments and cures for our kids. We can come together to support Children's Cancer Research Fund, a national nonprofit dedicated to ending childhood cancer that is on the front line of breakthroughs. Because
it's enough already.
Go to childrenscancer.org to join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
WDBZ, Cincinnati, 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
Police are investigating after a man was found dead last night near Cincinnati's Washington Park. Officers were dispatched to the scene a little after 5:30 p.m. after the victim was found beneath a grate inside of a parking garage. No other details have been released. In Butler County, a man facing charges stemming from a vehicle crash that left 3 people dead is pleading guilty. The accident happened December 21st of last year near River Road and Hooven Avenue. Investigators say that Brandon Bagley was driving at more than twice the speed limit when he hit the victim's car. 35-year-old Milton Alvarez, Lagos 27-year-old Betty Salazar Lopez, and 10-year-old Milton Salazar Alvarez all suffered fatal injuries. In northern Kentucky, Campbell County police say the suspect in a Monday morning stabbing is dead. The stabbing incident happened shortly before 3 a.m. near Echo Hills Drive and Licking Pike. Reports say that while officers were en route to the scene, a man witness identified as the suspect was shot, and that man later died. As of the latest report, the stabbing victim remains hospitalized in stable condition. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
The Lincoln Ware Show is on.
In 3, 2, 1.
Now.
Right now.
A speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane.
Lincoln, Bobingan, Bonana, Pineapple, Finken, Feet, Fine, Mominkin, Lincoln.
They say this cat Lincoln is a bad mother. I'm just talking about Lincoln.
Good morning, Cincinnati. Welcome to 1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And somebody asked me, was my good morning AI? Was AI doing it? What the heck? I don't understand that. I mean, it's me. It's me.
You mean it's so perfect that
they think
it's AI.
They think it's AI.
You must be doing a great job,
They say,
Mr.
how can
Ware.
you do that every morning at your age? Anyway, it's not AI. It's real. Got to be real. I hear that song over and over. Yes. All right. 513-749-1230. There's a lot going on. Jimmy Kimmel was in trouble, man. But I heard the joke, and I get, see, they don't get, they can't take a joke at the White House. He was just talking about Trump getting old, and she was waiting for him to die. He wasn't talking about any assassination or anything like that. And they want him fired. And here we go again, Jimmy Kimmel. But it was a pretty good joke. Yeah. Oh, boy. I meant to tell you to find that one.
Oh, yeah, right on time. I'll look for it, Mr. Ware.
Okay, all right. But it had nothing to do with trying to inspire someone to assassinate the president. No. It was nothing like that. I got the joke, and it's much ado about nothing, okay? So there you go. And once again, they're trying to get Jimmy Kimmel removed. Remember the quarterback for UC? I mean, he was a great quarterback, too, Sorensby. And then he moved to Texas. I don't know whether he's going to be able to play down there or not. He checked into a gambling rehab. But apparently this guy was betting thousands, reportedly making thousands of online bets during his career. And the Bearcats knew about it, but they still let him play. Yeah. The penalty for wagers exceeding $200 is eligibility loss, with higher wagers receiving more severe punishment. Sorensby appeared in 12 games for Cincinnati during the 2025 season. Yeah. And they were contacted by USA Today Sports. UC Athletics has no comment at this time. And see, that's why I don't do those online app betting. It's too easy. It's too easy to bet. I make it difficult for me. I bet at the casino. You got to go down there. You got to park. Then you got to walk all the way through the casino. And then you got to stop and talk to some little old ladies that recognize you while they're betting. Is that you, Lincoln Ware? You know, they're betting at Social Security. I don't know what they're doing. But, yeah. I've only made one bet since the football season ended, and that was on the Masters golf tournament. And I probably won't make a Derby weekend. I'll make one this weekend for the Derby. And for the Triple Crown horses, yeah. A small wager on that. As soon as Mike McCoy, he called yesterday with some horses. I hope y'all wrote them down for entertainment purposes only. And then after the Triple Crown, it'll be football season again. But Sorensby, he was making thousands of bets from his app on his phone and just going crazy. And now he has checked into a rehab facility, and he might not be able to play this year. I'm not sure if they're going to let him play. I don't know. He was going to make like $4 million down there. And that could all be washed away because of his gambling addiction. Yes. So, boy. But yes, they make it too easy to bet. And, yeah, I don't even have a gambling app on my phone. I used to. I got rid of that. Gas prices are definitely over $4 a gallon now. I stopped in at I didn't have enough gas to make it to Kroger. You know, I always buy my gas at Kroger because you get the little, the more you shop there, the bigger the discount you get on the gas. Anyway, I stopped at my favorite BP on Pfeiffer Road and I-71, which I don't know how much longer they'll be there because Wawa is going right across the street. I don't know if they're going to be able to compete with Wawa. But anyway, I pulled into the pump, and I looked at the regular, and it was $4.29. $4.29 a gallon. I only got like $10 worth. I said, no, I just need enough to get to Kroger, go to work and get to Kroger. I'll stop by there today on my way home. Oh, yeah, $10 worth is all I got. Are you kidding me? And, man, that $10 came quick. I'm like, is it there yet already? Jeez. That was nothing. I think it went one click on my fuel tank there. One click. Yes. So I will fill up today at Kroger before it goes up again. Jeez. I don't know how much. So I don't know. Gas. If it's $4.29 there, it's probably around $4.05 at Kroger, maybe. Somewhere around $4.05 at Kroger, I'm guessing. But we'll see.
You know, it's funny you say that, Mr. Ware. So last week, I put some gas in my car, and it was about $3.99 a gallon. But because I had my Kroger thing points, it was like $3.69 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I thought that was crazy. I'm like, man, we're paying $3.60 now. And then now it's over $4. I'm like, oh my. I said, I'm just going to put like $30 in.
Oh, boy.
And then, next time around, I'll put some. No, I should have just filled it up that day. Because I didn't think things was going to get any worse. I should have just filled it up.
And Sharon, she has to put that premium in her car, and it's over $5 a gallon. $5 a gallon. Man. No wonder she always wants me to drive. You drive your car. We'll see. There's a body found near Washington Park. That's not good. My guess is that it's going to be a homeless person who was just sick and just died of natural causes. That's my guess. Near Washington Park, that's going to be my guess. Somebody that was homeless, and they just got sick, and they just never got to the doctor. We'll find out.
Okay, I should have asked his name to give him a shout out, but someone just called in. They're at Kroger. They said the regular is $4.29, and the other one is over $5. The one that your wife gets.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it's just like everybody else.
Man, you can't even get a discount at Kroger.
I mean, if you got Kroger points, yeah.
Yeah. I always burn mine up as soon as I get them. You know what I mean? I go there and boom, I'll take the discount. Oh boy! So thank you, Donald Trump, for all that. See, he doesn't realize he probably never haven't bought gas. He probably never pulled up to a pump and had to pump his own gas in probably 50 years, maybe. I don't know how long, but he has no idea what it is for the average person to pay these gas prices. He has no clue what it feels like. That's why he could care less. He couldn't care less about what's going on with you because he's never experienced it. Man. Well, looks like Mike Tomlin is in. Chris Sims is out of Football Night in America, Sunday Night Football. Mike Tomlin will be sitting at the table. I wonder how he's going to talk about the Bengals when the Bengals play on a Sunday night, if they play on a Sunday night with that season they had last year. But I wonder how he's going to talk about the Bengals. Because it wasn't a good relationship. Yeah. It wasn't a good relationship. Somebody said Lincoln has the money. He's just talking about, hey, I'm just like you. The gas pump is hurting me. Yeah. It is not good. Not good at all. And speaking of that, speaking of money, I love that when Kroger pays very well in those wellness festivals. It looks like it's ending. You remember how they had the big wellness festival and you come downtown and you stuff your bags with all kind of goodies from Kroger? Well, that's pretty much going to end. Man, I used to love doing that. Kroger pays well. Yeah, and so now they're going to turn it into a wellness tour. Instead of a wellness festival, it's going to be a wellness tour. And they're going to do it at the different Kroger locations. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Doesn't sound like it's going to be a lot of fun. The plan is now to do mini festivals at local stores as opposed to the bigger street outdoor market in recent years. Yeah. They had 200,000 people come down to Cincinnati for that wellness festival. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that comes to an end. Comes to an end. All right, who is this? Somebody said they found gas for $2.99. Who is this? Tony, how you doing?
Yo, what's up, Lincoln?
Nothing much.
I filled up my tank this morning, and gas was only $2.99.
Where?
that marathon in Evanston, it opened back up about a week ago.
Really?
Yep, $2.99.
That place finally opened up after all this time.
Yeah, it's been open for about a week.
Really?
And the lines wasn't even long.
Really? And I bet you it won't be that when I get off work. I'm going to get off at the Dana exit and go down there and see when I'm on my way home today.
I filled my tank up around 7 o'clock this morning. And anybody that lives in Evanston, they can call and verify. But, yeah, it's $2.99.
I don't believe they're going to leave it that way for long. Trust me. You know, if it's there at 1 o'clock, I'll be surprised.
I mean, I just have them drive past and seen it and did a quick U-turn.
I don't blame you. I would have done a U-turn. I wish I could get off now and go fill up. But all right.
Yeah, I heard y'all talking about it. Like, I got to let you know.
All right. Well, Tony, thanks for your call.
No problem.
All right. That's Tony. Says he's at the marathon. That place has been closed down forever. Right next to the UDF there. And it has been closed for I don't know how long. I didn't think it would ever open up, but he says it's opened back up. Marathon, $2.99. That can't last long. With other people selling gas for $4.29, that $2.99 is not going to last very long. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back. The Lincoln Ware Show, 1230, The Buzz.
Lincoln Ware is on demand.
On demand.
That's right. Listen to the Lincoln Ware Show when you want.
Oh, I like that.
Get all the news and info, world events, entertainment, sports, and everything happening in and around Cincinnati and the tri-state.
On demand.
The Lincoln Ware Podcast.
Go get it
right now.
Wherever you.
Yep, I bet you I can see people headed there now. Headed there now. Okay, what do you mean MP Williams? I'm 100% Jewish. Because I only put $10 worth of gas in my car for $4.29? I'm going to find something cheaper, trust me. I hope it's not bad gas. That's true. That is true. What's up, Alanis Timmons? Them red wagons. Okay. That's the reason why they canceled, because everybody's bringing their wagons down. Okay, yeah. So I think they had a report of some bad gas over there at the marathon. Oh, Lord. I wouldn't go there. Oh, boy. That's the worst thing that can happen. You to get some bad gas in your car.
You know what? When he said that $2.99, that's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, did they water it down?
Yeah. Okay.
You might pull up and get some gas, but you might not pull off, you know. Unless it's in a tow truck.
Is it probably the old gas from when they closed? Check the engine light. Come on, real? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes when things are too good to be true, sound too good to be true, sometimes they are.
Yeah, I only use Kroger gas. I haven't put anything else in my car.
Yeah, I'll use BP when I have to, but sometimes I get caught and I have to stop. You know, sometimes I have to stop down here at the marathon. And did you see the news, that Shell station right across the street from the marathon, from the White Castle down there? Some guy was shooting at some people down there. They got him on video, and he said it was a car full of men dressed as women.
What?
I don't know let me see if I can find that story.
What is going on down there?
Let's see. Where was that? That was on 5. And they got the video of the guy. They were in a shouting match. And let's see. I don't see it. fired shots on the bridge. Yeah, they didn't say anything about. Now they on the news story they said it was men dressed as women. They didn't say anything on the printed story, but they sprayed bear spray on the guy. You can see the spray coming out the car. Oh my God. People have lost their freaking minds.
That's funny. Everything about that story is funny.
They sprayed bear.
Visit mortgagehelpnow.org. That's mortgagehelpnow.org. This has been a public service from the NFCC.
1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you on a Monday. And let's go downtown to, oh, by the way, I would be very leery of that $2.99 a gallon gas. Because, yeah, be leery of that. Get it at your own risk, you know, because sometimes maybe that place has been closed a long time, and maybe they're using the gas that had been sitting there all that time, and they want to get rid of it cheap. I don't know. Been a lot of rain since that place was closed, so be very leery of that gas there, because that's the worst thing in the world can happen if you get water in your tank. Your car is just not going to run right, for sure. All right, let's go downtown to the Crime Stopper headquarters and check in with my good friend, Detective Tiffany Green. How are you today?
I'm good. Good morning, Lincoln. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Pretty good. What's going on with you? Busy? Or are you just going to take the week as it comes?
Yeah, you know what? Since I was out on Friday and away, yesterday was extremely busy.
I'll bet. I saw the story about the guy who fired some shots at some people in a car on the Clay Wade Bailey Bridge there on Saturday night. And they sprayed bear spray on the guy, and he pulled out his gun and started shooting. They got it all on video. Unbelievable.
Oh wow. You know what? This is the first I'm hearing about that, because on the news, all you hear about is the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Right. Yeah, that's been taking up all the news. Yeah.
Yeah, so I missed it.
Who are we looking for today?
Cincinnati Police District 3 is looking for Justin Claiborne. Mr. Claiborne is wanted for felonious assault and felony failure to comply with police officer. On April 23rd of 2026, officers responded to a vehicle on the roadway with a driver behind the wheel asleep. Mr. Claiborne was instructed by officers to put the vehicle into park. Mr. Claiborne failed to comply with the officer's orders and drove off, striking the officer's arm with his vehicle. Justin Claiborne is a male white. He's 41 years old. He's 5'11" and 150 pounds. Justin Claiborne has a history of breaking and entering, receiving stolen property, and obstructing official business, and was last known to live in Villa Hills, Kentucky. Cincinnati Police District 3 is looking for Alamain Parrott. Mr. Parrott is wanted for felony robbery and misdemeanor aggravated menacing. On April 26th of 2026, during a dispute, Mr. Barrett choked and threatened to kill the victim. Mr. Parrott also took the victim's property without their consent. Alamain Parrott is a black male. He's 33 years old. He's 5'8" and 164 pounds. Alamain Parrott has a history of drug offenses, assault, and theft, and was last known to live on Desmond Street in Madisonville. Listeners, if anyone has information on where police can find Justin Claiborne or Alamain Parrott, please call Crime Stoppers at 513-352-3040 or submit a tip online at crime-stoppers.us.
All right, 352-3040. Night or day, and as always, cash for your clues, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Somebody wanted to know where do you get your gas? I'm like, it's not going to be any bigger discount where she gets her gas anyway.
So honestly, I do my best to get to Sam's or Costco.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Okay, all right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
All right. She goes for the big discount. Sam's, their gas is pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. Or Costco, both of them are cheap. So that's good. All right. All right. Coming up at 10:30, Jeff Birding will be in here with the what is it, community benefits agreement and things that they're doing down in the West End. A lot of things happening in the West End. And FC Cincinnati is doing their due, helping the folks out down there. All right, let's go to Steve Reese.
Good morning, Lincoln. Good morning. Good morning. I just wanted to share a few thoughts about the Jacksons. A little familiar with the Jacksons and Diana Ross because we were in some co-promotions with them early with the Motown people. Mm-hmm. Let me say this. First of all, for those who know Gary, Indiana, it's amazing that Joe Jackson and his family, he was able to get 5 boys out of Gary, Indiana, who didn't get shot, didn't get killed, and was able to go on and to excel and be known all over the world. Now, I'm not saying every technique that he used was right, but I'm just saying a lot of those kids never make it out of the 9th and 10th grade over there in Gary, Indiana. And that was a tough deal with 5 kids, and he's working 2 jobs. But they did that. And at the same time, it's important to realize that the movie was good, the acting was good, the promotion was good. It's like most black families, as soon as there's a funeral, there's a big-ass fight. You know, everybody fighting. That wasn't right. That was Mama, and I said this, and I said that. I don't know who right or wrong, but I do know that Joe Jackson and them did not kill Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And I do know that the record company who tried to act in the movie, they were nice to the record company by saying, oh, yeah, we're going to help you. But Michael, when he got that Sony and got all those publishing rights and everything, of the Beatles and everything, it became a war and a struggle, man, because they advanced him some money on an album, and Michael sat down for 2 years. They went and told Michael, if you didn't move on this money, and you got to give us the catalog back. Mike said, I'm not going to go to catalog. So Mike went to some other folks that had some money who said, well, wait a minute. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this tour. And, Mike went out, and he had a great talent, one of the greatest talent, God-given talents you could think of. His brothers and them were talented, and they did great. And just says to me that don't excuse whenever you have a struggle over money.
Yeah.
And the big boys is involved.
Yeah. Yep.
And they want what you want. They will kill you. They will do anything to destroy you because they want to control the money. Now you say Joe was terrible, man. He wasn't as worse as the company was doing him.
Yeah.
The company was whooping him and taking his money and gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Joe didn't kill him. The company sent their people out to kill Michael. Michael went to Operation Push, Jesse Jackson. He went to Sharpton. He went to the Muslims. He went everywhere trying to get some help. But, man, these cats is after me.
Yep.
They're gonna kill me, man.
Well, but let me see you grade the movie. What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say 1 to 10. I'd give it at least an 8.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I would give it an 8. I thought it was produced well. The sound was well. Color was well. I thought the actors and actresses did a nice job, and they tried to tell a positive story. Now, sometimes you can't tell the whole story because if you do, there's people like Diana Ross and them who got their lawyers who going to sue.
Yeah, right.
You don't left them out. And you don't say this and you don't say that. So you got to let that part of it go.
Yeah.
You got to understand that. But they got to sell. He did 217. What is it? A million?
Yeah, they'll do all right.
And the weekend.
They're going to do great with this movie as far as money goes. That's for sure.
He's got to get up. To do a second version of it.
All right, Steve.
You got to get up around 500 million.
I'm out of time. I got to go. I got guests coming in, but I appreciate your call. Appreciate that.
It. Thank you very much.
You're breaking it down. Nobody can break it down like Steve Reese. All right.
Thank you very much.
We'll talk to you. That's Steve Reese. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Jeff Birding coming up. 1230, The Buzz.
Looking for a podcast that delves into the intricacies of love and relationships? Look no further than Dear Future Wifey. Whether you're single or in a relationship, this podcast is a perfect place to engage in thoughtful discussions about relationships. Join us on a journey of exploration and recovery as we explore the world of love and discover the secrets to successful relationships. Tune in every week for new episodes on the Urban One Podcast Network. Go to urbanonepodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
To everyone who has supported Wesley, Waylon, and Waverly's stimulating adventures, thank you. From the music, to the hands-on STEM projects, to the smiles we've seen across our community. This movement is growing because of you. And now, we're ready for the next adventure. Join us on May 9th at the Cincinnati Museum Center for the premiere of Episode 3, Madam Walker's Magic Formula. In this exciting new episode, our young explorers travel back in time to meet the legendary Madam C.J. Walker, discovering the science behind hair care, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And you don't want to miss this, featuring a special guest appearance by Cincinnati's very own Lincoln Ware. Bring the whole family for an unforgettable experience, complete with a screening of the episode, interactive STEM activities, music, and more. The adventure continues, and we want you to be a part of it. May 9th, Cincinnati Museum Center. Be there. Wesley, Waylon, and Waverly are waiting for you. Let's keep stimulating the future together.
Our judges matter. This is Vice Mayor Jan Michelle Lemon Kearney, and I'm asking you to join me in supporting Judge Chris Wagner in the May 5th Democratic primary. Judge Wagner was raised in Cincinnati, committed to fair, impartial courts and equal access to justice. In this primary, your vote will make the difference. Vote early or on Election Day, May 5th, and join me in supporting Judge Chris Wagner.
Paid for by the Wagner for Judge Committee.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much left because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part, knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
We got out of Washington State, and I think a week after, state went on lockdown for COVID.
So then when we transitioned to Texas, it was very much so like, what are we going to do now?
Operation Homefront has allowed our family to make something of ourselves again in the world after military.
It's completely changed the way our life is. It took us from a hopeless situation, and now we're homeowners. We have a savings account. I'm the first one to own a home out of my siblings.
Visit OperationHomefront.org to learn more.
At the YMCA, finding your why starts by making an impact together, touching lives for the better. It can be the gift of time or treasure, supporting a community through talent without measure. Here, compassion fuels commitment, finding fulfillment through enrichment, serving and improving. What a way to live, and what a gift it is to give. Find your why and get involved today at ymca.org for a better us.
For some people, difficult transitions like retirement, divorce, or loss of a loved one may contribute to feelings of hopelessness or even thoughts of suicide. The risk of suicide is even higher for men over 50 who've served our country, guys like me. Support from friends and family makes such a big difference. Every day, your actions could help save a life. Learn how you can help at veteranscrisisline.net.
Take us with you wherever you go. Download the Buzz app for your smartphone today. For details, go to thebuzzcincy.com.
.30 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. In the studio with me, I've got none other than Jeff Birding, FC Cincinnati, and Kate Solomon, who runs the FC Cincinnati Foundation. How about that? And welcome to the show, both of you.
Great to be with you, Lincoln. Thank you.
Well, let's start. You've got this foundation, and when FC came on board, there was a lot of promises made to the community and about what you were going to do in the community, and I believe you've been doing it all.
Well, we have. We're very proud of the work. For us, the West End isn't just where we play games. It's our neighborhood. It's our home. Last year was a meaningful one for the club. It was our 10th season and our 5th year at TQL Stadium. And milestones are a good reason to take stock of how you're doing. And so we did that. We looked at the work we've done in the West End over the last 5 years, and we asked ourselves, how do we keep building on our success? And I'm really proud of what we found and what we're doing. As I said, Kate runs the foundation, and she's such a tremendous leader. We're a club that calls the West End home, and we're deeply committed to becoming part of the fabric of the community, the work in the neighborhood. And we keep raising the bar on what we do, Lincoln. We're active in the community, in the schools, on the fields, the events that could take place, the nonprofits, with the families. We just felt with our 10-year anniversary, 5 years of the community benefits agreement, it was time to put a report together.
Yes, and a lot of times these places, they come into a community, they promise the world, and once they get what they want, they're gone, and you never hear from them again. But it's not that case with the FC Foundation. Tell us a little bit about some of the promises that were made and how you've lived up to them.
Of course. I think there's a consistent message that it's important to us to be good neighbors. And so when we think back to some of those commitments that were outlined in the Community Benefits Agreement, it was how are we introducing youth soccer programming to the neighborhood? How are we supporting job creation with the construction of TQL Stadium? How are we continuing on with community building grants to make sure that we are not only present and running programs ourselves, but investing in others that are doing great work in the community? And so it's been incredible to see how everybody has stepped up together. It's been so fun to see how many kids in the West End have gotten involved with soccer. We had 35 kids in our first season, and we had over 600 playing last year.
Are you kidding me?
So it's been really incredible to see.
And soccer is a world game. Everybody plays soccer all over the world. And,
that's right.
And it's great to get these kids involved in soccer.
Lincoln, I say this: if you grow up with an ambition to be a professional sports athlete, to get paid to play sports, the odds of you getting paid to play soccer is more than all the other sports combined.
Really?
Because you can play in leagues all over the world.
Right, well, that's true. Yeah.
All over the world, compared to, let's be honest, basketball is pretty limited, and football is only in the U.S. by and large.
Yeah, so soccer is the way to go. All right. Now, so what are some of the improvements that have been made in the West End? What were some of your promises there?
Well, when we look at those grants that we have put into the community, there are so many organizations that we have supported, events that we have supported. EzFest is a tradition that we've really leaned into, not only to financially support, but to be present and there with the community. There are so many youth programs that we look to support, whether it's Q Kids and the dance team or the West End Reds baseball and softball program or Little Senators, because it's about access. It's about making sure that kids have those opportunities. Those grants aren't just for youth-facing organizations, and so we're doing as much as we can support throughout.
Lincoln, $700,000 in grants we have made to West End nonprofits since the foundation began. That's 7 straight years of $100,000 on a 30-year commitment. That's in the CBA. In 2025, we funded Taft High School's basketball uniforms, the Taft High School prom, Sweet Sista Splash Youth Entrepreneurship, the Q Kids Dance Team, Shoes for the Shoeless, and many more programs. Our staff put in 1,200 volunteer hours. This is FC Cincinnati employees, sponsoring 4 classrooms through Adopt a Class. 2 of those classes are at Hayes Porter. We raised nearly $13,000 for the Finley Street Food Pantry. We collected 215 Giving Tree gifts for families through St. Vincent de Paul, for families in the West End, for food for families in the West End, for shoes for families in the West End. So we lean in heavily. We said at the time the CBA is the floor. and we will exceed those commitments. And I'm proud to say we have taken stock, and we have exceeded those commitments.
And how has the community, the West End Community Council, they've been working with you on a lot of this also?
Absolutely. Galen Gordon, he's currently the president. We are in touch frequently. The West End Community Council is able to endorse different submissions that come in for these grants so that we can make sure that we're really hearing the community needs. It's not something that we're deciding on our own. But even outside of the grants and everything that we do, there are core programs that we run. We want to make sure we're in schools, we're supporting kids in their education. But there's definitely moments that we're reactive or looking at opportunities. And just last year, Kevin Denke had a bicycle kick, and that turned into him donating 200 bikes to kids at Hayes Porter.
Okay.
And so there's always that openness that there's a need. How do we step in and do what we can to fill it?
Also, last year we began college scholarships at the University of Cincinnati. 4 West End students received $5,000 scholarships, renewable for 3 more years, with 4 new freshmen every year going forward. So, again, this was an expanded new program. It's not in the CBA. We are exceeding what's in the CBA to help kids, ambitious kids with dreams, reach those dreams through these scholarships that help towards college affordability and access.
Man, I tell you, when you exceed the CBA, that's doing pretty good. I mean, I haven't heard a lot of complaints about this, so that means you must be doing something. Well, you always got a few people going to complain no matter what you do, but I mean, I really haven't heard any complaints about what the foundation is doing in the West End. So you guys must be doing a pretty good job.
That's great to hear. It's important that we're listening to the community. And as Jeff said, the CBA was sort of the foundation for a lot of what we do. But I think those relationships are really key in informing what we do.
Lincoln, I would just say doing the bare minimum was never the goal. From day one, we set out to be active in the West End. We consider the West End our neighborhood, and we wanted to be in the schools, on the fields, at the community events, alongside families who live here. Every year we look for new ways to do more. And, I can say as a former city council member, I spent 6 years on council. I don't recall a single meeting where we talked about the West End. Right. I mean, I think it's fair to say that 5 years ago, the West End was a neighborhood that Cincinnati had spent decades writing off. And today, incomes are up 40%, home values are up 54%, crime is down, violent crime, families are moving back in for the first time in generations. Now, that's not us. That's the West End. But we're proud to have been a part of it. And we do think, and I think this is the message, when businesses say, hey, we're going to work with a neighborhood because we're in this neighborhood, and a healthier neighborhood is good for the business. It's good for our employees. It's good for the city that we call home. When businesses take on that responsibility, really good results come from that.
Yeah, and you hire a lot of people to work at the stadium there from the community. I see a lot of, when I've gone to a few sites, I see a lot of people that live there.
Lincoln, people say to me all the time, God, your staff are game staff, the stadium staff are so friendly. How do you get them to be so friendly? And I say, they're welcoming you into their home. They're from the West End. They're proud to welcome you to the West End. They're proud of what's going on in the West End.
They are friendly. I said, are they being coached to be this friendly? But you say they're just welcoming you to their home. Okay, I get it now. But I tell you guys have done a lot for the West End. I know it was some rough going in the beginning, getting started there. Gentrification, they're gonna move everybody out and drop this big stadium right in the middle of the West End. It's gonna tear it up.
Lincoln, David Mann, who was a close friend, he was the vice mayor at the time. And he told me, he said, Jeff, the people of the West End have no reason to trust you because they've been suffering from broken promises for decades.
Yeah.
So sign the community benefits agreement, because all you're going to do is legally commit what I know, Jeff, because I know you. I trust you. You're going to do all this stuff anyway, but they have the reason to trust. So put this in place and then earn their trust. And I do think...
Have you earned it? Do you think you've earned it?
I feel that way because here's the thing. It's not a one-time thing. We are present at the West End Community Council. We have a West End advisory group that works with us to make sure that our fans are being good neighbors as they come into the West End. Our mixed-use development, which we've broken ground on.
Oh, yeah. A lot of digging
over
going on
$300 million, towers, hotels, apartments, retail. It's going to be $600 million more in private investment, 1,700 permanent jobs. Here's the point. We developed that plan with the West End neighborhood. We had vision sessions. What do you want the future of the West End to look like? We didn't come and say, here's our plan. We said, what should our plan be?
They had a part
and then
in
we
it.
developed it together. The architects sat in the sessions on what the future should be. Then they came up with concepts. They presented the concepts. The neighbors gave feedback on the concepts. And together we developed this plan, which as a result was unanimously supported by the West End Community Council, unanimously at the Planning Commission, unanimously at City Council. Think of a development that gets that kind of support. It just doesn't happen.
That's true.
But we did it with the neighborhood, literally from like the vision of what it should be. We didn't just come and say, hey, will you support our development? So I think we approach it in an authentic way, and we've earned support and trust as a result of that.
And there's a lot of work going on around the stadium there, that's for sure. And I see these 3 buildings that's still standing there. What's going to happen with those buildings? I'm sure you tried to buy them, and I guess the owners are not willing to sell.
No. Well, everything's good. Here, 2 of the buildings are owner-occupied.
Yeah.
One of them has been vacant for over a decade.
Okay.
Let's deal with the owner-occupied. We have been good neighbors. We have regular communication. They are happy in the West End. They want to stay, and we have been respectful of that the whole time. Will there come a time when they may make a different decision and work with us for a future phase? Sure. But we are. There's no push.
There's no pressure to get
Not
them
at all.
Get them out of there.
The
Because
other building,
they look so out of place there.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
The other building has been vacant for over a decade. The owner owes lots of money to various levels of government for liens. He would love to sell it to us and also pay all his liens.
Yeah. Okay.
And right now, we're just not interested in taking care of that.
Okay.
So he has his issues to work through.
Right.
I do think an empty building for over a decade that's a bit of an eyesore is not great for the West End.
No, it's not.
But at the end of the day, it's there. All of our development is to the east of Central Avenue in the northeast corner of the stadium, and we just keep going.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back. I got a few more minutes left here with Jeff Birding. We've got Kate Solomon with us, and we're talking the West End. I want to talk about where you want that arena to go. You want it in the West End. I kind of think it's okay where it is if they just build up. We'll talk about that on the other side. 12:30, The Buzz.
1230 The Buzz wants you to buy Black 513. Black Americans have over $1 trillion in spending power. We encourage you to buy black, not just one day, but every day, 365, 24/7. Go to thebuzzcincy.com and check out our Buy Black 513 page, where you can view a directory of black businesses right here in the 513. All black business owners, we're looking for you. Get featured right now. Go to thebuzzcincy.com and click on the Buy Black 513 banner to find out how you can be featured and expand your reach over the air and the internet. Let's buy Black 513. 1230 The Buzz.
This is Vice Mayor Jan Michelle Lemon Kearney.
And this is Congressman Greg Landsman.
Trump and his followers in Congress are trying to make it harder for us to vote.
But we're fighting back so every single vote counts.
With the primary election coming up Tuesday, May 5th, we want to remind you about Ohio's voter ID law.
Before you vote, whether early at the Board of Elections, by mail, or on Election Day, check your voter registration.
To vote in person, you must bring a valid Ohio driver's license, state ID, U.S. passport, or military ID, and make sure it hasn't expired. Nothing else will be accepted.
As your new member of Congress, I'm fighting Trump's outrageous health care cuts, fighting his costly tariffs, and fighting the tax cuts for billionaires.
Now is the time to support strong leaders like Greg, who aren't afraid to fight for us. Greg doesn't take corporate PAC money. He is unbought and unbossed, and he continues to bring money back home, where it belongs.
I'm Greg Landsman, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message, paid for by Landsman for Congress.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louis found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louis has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louis.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-569-4435. 800-569-4435. 800-569-4435.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hello, this is when you go to the poll, vote for Cole, Lakita Cole. People deserve to be seen, heard, and treated with respect, especially in our justice system. The change we need will not happen unless we change who we elect to be our judge. Bill Gallagher has dedicated his career to fairness and protecting people's rights. I am proud to support Bill Gallagher for judge. Bill Gallagher for judge, the change we need.
Paid for by the committee to elect Bill Gallagher.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part, knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
I guess I called AA because alcohol didn't work anymore. Drinking used to give me a sense of meaning in life. I called AA not knowing what to expect. Certainly not cheerfulness, but that's what I got. People had humor. They seemed to be at ease. I hung around. Now I feel much more comfortable with myself and the people around me. Alcoholics Anonymous. It works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
Don't leave us in the car. Take us with you. Go to your favorite app store, search WDBZ, and download the Buzz app today.
1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. In the studio, we've got Kate Solomon, Jeff Birding, FC Cincinnati Foundation, and they're living up to what they promised. And But early on, people were saying you were going to move everybody out of the West End, and it was going to be the new FC West End, and that hasn't happened. Speaking of moving out, City West down there. Those people might have to move. I don't know. They're trying to sell part of their property. What's going to happen? Are you guys going to buy it, or what's going to happen there?
No, CMHA and HUD have their programs, and the people that owned the City West there on John Street turned it back into CMHA, and CMHA is looking to sell it to someone new. Mm-hmm. It will not be FC Cincinnati. We have no interest. But we have joined forces with the West End Community Council, with people who used to be critics like Brian Gary, to stand up for the residents who are our neighbors, to say that whatever CMHA does, they have to sell it to someone who supports the people that live there, the residents, and does not destabilize the neighborhood. These are our neighbors. We have stability, we have growth, we have progress. There's room for more. And so someone coming in and investing to renovate some of those properties that could use a little love after a few decades, that's a positive. But it has to go to someone who's committed to the people and the neighborhood, and not just to make a buck.
Right. So you're all you with the people on this one. You with
100%.
the people. Okay. What about the arena? There's been some talk. Somebody drew up some plans for it to go right where it is on the banks, and I think you want it near TQL Stadium. I don't know. I just feel like the banks is a better fit for an arena.
Well, that's an opinion. And I respect it. Let me say, 4 years ago, I was the board chair of Visit Cincy for almost 4 years. And every year at the annual meeting, I called on a new arena and said that arena on the riverfront, 1975, it opened only 5 years after Riverfront, which we knocked down over 20 years ago. It's obsolete, and it cost this city. Arguably among the top 50 cities in the country, we have the worst arena. And we have private owners that have not invested in that arena. And it looks to me like they're looking for a bailout of public
that's
money
what they're looking
to
for.
come in and help them out. And my position is this city needs to come together, the mayor, the commissioners, other business leaders and stakeholders. We need a new arena. Let's just agree on that. Once we get a funding plan together, then we can debate where is the best location. And the arena study that the Chamber of Commerce led looked at many locations and came that the best locations are either on reclaimed land on I-75 with the new bridge. We're going to reclaim about 10 acres. Or the town center garage site that the city completely controls.
Okay. Town center.
The town center garage here on Central and Central Parkway.
Okay.
My only point is this. The taxpayers who are going to have to contribute to the cost of a new arena deserve the best, most efficient, cost-effective site. And not just give in to political power interests that want to keep it on the riverfront. The arena study concluded that the riverfront site's the most expensive and may not even be legally possible because it would require moving Marion Way onto the riverfront.
Oh, boy.
Onto public landing there just to the south of the existing arena in the Reds ballpark, and would require which the Corps of Army Engineers may not approve, and then federal highway with the turn of Fort Washington Way as it goes towards 471 and Columbia Parkway, it comes out. Is federal highway going to approve that? And what are the costs of those massive infrastructure regarding that site? Let me be clear. Maybe the conclusion comes that that's the best site. Phil Castellini has shown me his plan, and Phil's a good friend. I'm a lifelong Reds fan. So I'm open-minded that maybe that's the right site.
Okay.
I think it's probably too expensive and maybe hard to pull off with federal government, but the taxpayers deserve the best, most cost-effective site. What I will say is this community, let's be honest, has spent billions of dollars on the riverfront. 2 almost entirely publicly funded stadiums, the banks that we've paid for the entire infrastructure lifting the development out of the floodplain, plus the park. And even the recent arena, the bank's study concluded that it's not delivered the promises that were intended.
Right.
They didn't come up with how we're going to solve it, those challenges, why we've fallen short. It calls for massive more public dollars into the riverfront. And I would offer, respectfully, do we need to spend another $1 billion on the riverfront? Like, at what point do we say we've spent enough on the riverfront? Maybe we start investing in neighborhoods. You know, we have a wonderful development in Over the Rhine with what's happened with 3CDC and investors and neighborhood leaders coming together to really make the Over the Rhine neighborhood what we're proud of. Clearly, there's something going on in the West End with us being a catalyst. Maybe that arena site works. Maybe we just spent a lot of money at the convention center. We're going to have a new convention hotel. Maybe the arena should be there. Those are all good plans, but at the end of the day, we should not be fighting over the site.
Fighting over getting it built.
Let's get it built, and then I said to Phil Castellini, my friend, then you and I can have a debate on which is the right site.
Let's get the funding for it. But don't you think we're going to have somebody ride in on a white horse with a lot of money to pretty much almost own that instead of putting it all on the taxpayers? I don't think Cincinnati and Hamilton County is ready to take on another project like this.
Well, I don't know. Columbus is doing it. Indianapolis is doing it. Other cities are growing. They're investing. They're bringing in tourism dollars. They're bringing in sports and music entertainment dollars that we lose out on. The arena study that the Chamber of Commerce led concluded that. We're missing out.
Yeah.
So do we want to be a city that's growing, that's vibrant, that's attractive, that brings people here, that keeps our young people here because they see a quality life and jobs and economic growth that makes them excited to stay in Cincinnati? That all those students that you see in Xavier and other universities, do they want to stay here? Or do they think, man, this city doesn't have enough going on. I got to go somewhere else. I got to go to D.C. I got to go to Columbus. I hate losing to Columbus.
Well, so do I. I hear you.
So at some point, we need our elected leaders, and I want to say, I think the mayor has said in his State of the City when he was sworn in that this is an important priority for him.
Well, when is everybody going to sit down and hash this thing out?
I believe the answer is very soon.
Okay.
I think by the end of the year, we're going to have a plan.
Okay. That sounds good. I'm at this point where wherever you can put it there, and let's get it up, and let's get moving. We need it. Any talks of maybe getting the WNBA team in here to fill the arena if that happens, you know?
I would just say this. We've had some conversations about bringing in sports tenants to a new arena. And there's interest in Cincinnati, but everyone would acknowledge, I think you and I would too, first things first is you got to build it.
Got to build it. And then
and let's build it. And if Cincinnati shows it's committed to a dynamic future, then I think there's opportunities galore. You know, when we were trying to get a women's soccer team, which we're still working on, we had Caitlin Clark in our ownership group.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So, you know, we have some connections there.
Okay.
And, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But we got to get that arena built. Everyone who goes down to the place on the riverfront, that old arena, 1975, knows that doesn't serve us well.
Man, not at all.
I've seen pictures of the lines that are crazy. It just doesn't work. And we should say, Cincinnati, we're a region on the move. We deserve better. We don't have to take a backseat to Columbus, Indianapolis, heck, even Lexington and Louisville. Come on. Cincinnati's better than that.
We're better. Can you hang around for one more break?
Sure.
You can. We got some people want to call in. Is that okay? Okay, let's take a break. You didn't say that too convincing, but we'll take some calls. We'll take a break. We'll come back 12:30. The Buzz.
WDBZ, Cincinnati, 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
In northern Kentucky, Campbell County Police say a suspect in a Monday morning stabbing is dead. The stabbing incident happened shortly before 3 a.m. near Echo Hills Drive and Licking Pike. Reports say that while officers were en route to the scene, a man witnesses identified as the suspect was shot. The man later died. As of the latest reports, the stabbing victim remains hospitalized in stable condition. Charges are being filed against a Hamilton County jail inmate accused of trying to kill a fellow prisoner. Reports say that in an incident earlier this month, Daisha Smart stabbed the victim in the head with a colored pencil. Smart has been indicted on charges including felonious assaults. Many Cincinnati motorists are experiencing an increase in gas prices this week. AAA reports the average price of regular fuel in the Queen City is now $4.05 per gallon. 44 cents more per gallon over the price 1 week ago. The average cost of a gallon of regular fuel in the state of Ohio is $4.08 per gallon. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
1230 WDBZ, The Buzz, your official talk station.
It is official, you understand me?
1230 WDBZ, The Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. We've got Jeff Birding, Kate Solomon in the studio, FC Cincinnati Foundation, and their community benefits agreement, which the Bengals don't have a community benefits agreement, or the Reds, they don't have a community benefits agreement. But FC Cincinnati has got one. All right, Perry Ward, you have a question? Keep your questions real short and quick because they've got another appointment to get to. Perry, go ahead. Come on, Perry. He's got his.
Yes, I heard you talk about the West End.
Yes.
Well, are y'all considering any other communities where the youth can have some activities like soccer Like Avondale? That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the question. So we, of course, do have a focus in on the West End community, and anything that we run, it will reach the West End. But we do broadly work throughout the region. We've got, you may have seen it, there's one of our mini pitches, one of our mini soccer fields at the North Avondale Rec Center, and there is free programming through the CRC that we support. So whether it's through rec programming, whether it's through the schools, we are everywhere, and we would love to get you, your family, your friends involved in those programs.
All right, Stefan.
What's going on, Lincoln and Jeff Birdie and the crew in there?
How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. So, question for Jeff Birdie. I heard you mention something about the property on the back of the stadium. So, is there possible that when y'all build that $600 million development over there, is it possible that the owner would like to sell the building to y'all? I heard you say y'all were not interested in it, but y'all got a $600 million development going on. Y'all should be interested in that if he's willing to sell and working with the people. And the last one, the neighborhood house. Are y'all working with the neighborhood house boxing? They got boxing in there. I hear you saying soccer. I hear you saying a lot of things. They need help in there, too, with the boxing program and the community benefits agreement. You need to show receipts when you come inside the studio. Receipts, not just lip service, just receipts so people can see it.
I hear you. Thank you for the questions. I can step in on Seven Hills Neighborhoods houses, and also the receipts that you're looking for.
I got the receipts in my hand here, Stefan. I got the receipts that shows how much they gave to every organization. Yes. I got the receipts.
We've got it on our website, and it's all publicly accessible. But we do work with Seven Hills Neighborhood Houses. We work with Alexis and the team over there. They do a lot of great work in the neighborhood, and so they are one of the groups that we work with.
All right, final caller. They've got a 11:15 appointment they got to get to. K9, what's your question?
Yeah, my question is, if you guys are doing the assessments of the properties, I would think it would be good for you to look at the medium household income when you talk about community support as other cities that's doing this, because we're taxed out the wazoo here in Cincinnati. So I think if you look at the medium household income and look at the type of employment that we have in order to pay for that, I think that'll make more sense and make more feasible for any homeowners or anybody here in the city to be willing to pay for that. That's all.
Hey, thank you. This is Jeff. I appreciate the comment. You're 100% right. I understand the squeeze from property taxes. And while it's a positive, home values in the West End up 54%. That's over $100,000 in new equity per home for the homeowners. I understand the flip side to that, though, is raising property taxes. We are trying to create jobs in our development with the apartments and the hotel and some of the businesses that'll come. Will be more jobs. We are proud that incomes are up 40% since 2020. That's almost double the citywide rate. I'm not saying that FC Cincinnati is solely responsible for that. I think we've been a catalyst for a lot of good that is happening, but no one would argue the point that we got a lot more to do because economically people are being squeezed.
All right, Jeff Birding, Kate Solomon, thank you both for joining me. We appreciate it. Appreciate this update. And I've got the receipts here on what you're giving to every organization in the West End there. So thank you both. And
Lincoln, thank you. Thank you. We want to say also thank you to the West End for opening its doors to FC Cincinnati. And thank you to everyone in the city who's made FC Cincinnati what it is over the last decade. The work we're doing in the neighborhood, that's not a side project for us. It's who we are. It's authentic, and we're just getting started.
All right. Thank you all for joining me. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
all right. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back 12:30. The Buzz.
Every weekday, 12:30 The Buzz has you covered. Let's go! With news, entertainment, and information. Starting at 6 a.m., set your alarm for Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell.
What's going on, Cincinnati? This is Erica Campbell.
Followed by The Lincoln Ware Show from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Hey, this is Lincoln Ware. Join me for The Lincoln Ware Show.
Then it's Keeping It Real.
With me, Reverend Al Sharpton.
From 1 till 4 p.m. News, entertainment, and information. We've got it all right here on 12:30 The Buzz.
Here at Urban One, we pride ourselves on supporting local and
All right. Stanford Pool. The taxpayers don't want no parts of it. If y'all got a plan, sell blood, I'll go on the street and sell your body with tax. What the hell? What the hell is Stanford talking about? Oh, man. It's crazy. Somebody said Jeff Birding looks different. Well, I think he had those hair plug implants there. I think because he was going bald, and now he's got hair. So, or either that stuff they put on there to make it grow. You see all these commercials. He did something to his hair. Okay, we'll say that. He looks a lot younger. MP wanted to get. I wasn't about to let MP on. Cussing and all kind of crazy stuff. You know? Oh, boy. I mean, you have to give them credit. They are doing some things. And I got the receipts here. Let me tell you how much they spent. Where's those receipts here? Where is that stuff? Oh, I forgot to turn this back around. All right. What's up? Assalamu alaikum, Brother James Muhammad.
For you at mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Giving voice to the community. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. And, yes, had a nice conversation. Jeff Birding, FC Cincinnati, and all the things that they're doing in the West End. Yeah. And if they're even working with Brian Gary, if they're working with Brian Gary, oh, boy, I tell you, then they're trying to help the residents, that's for sure. Anytime you talk about moving residents out, Brian Gary is there. So if they're working with Brian Gary, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right. 513-749-1230. Every line is busy, so we might as well get busy. Let's go to Mr. Funky. I didn't get a chance to get to you, Mr. Funky, but...
Yeah. Excuse me, can you hear me okay?
I hear you loud and clear. Haven't heard from you in a while.
Okay, so every boa constrictor will hug you before they squeeze the life out of you. These vipers, did we not learn anything from Sinners, the movie? You let these vipers in, and now they're gleeful about having built-in employees at the West End. Not once was there mention about anything, amenities for the residents, like a grocery store, a laundromat, Walgreens for prescriptions. Do you know that that's a food desert down there?
Well,
those residents.
I mean,
have
part of that stuff.
living without amenities.
You got to put some of that pressure on the community council too. I mean, they. I don't know.
Well, the community council down there is fraudulent and affected by the venom that has gotten into their veins by all this shiny, look what we can do. Of course they're gleeful. They have built-in employees. Do you really think white employees that live in Norwood or someplace else are going to come down, fight for parking to work at a stadium and some of those other things?
Oh, well, okay. The next white employees I see down there when I go to a soccer game, I'm going to ask them where they're from. And they probably won't be from the West End.
Of them, don't split hairs. The majority of them are not from downtown, trust. But the point I'm making is that this is so snake-like. It's just not right. Because they're always building things in a black community and treating the community, the residents, the ones that haven't been moved out by quote-unquote progress, like employees / slaves. I don't want to say slaves after far reach, but, it's just very, very shady, And the fact that he said they're working with the West End, no, you moved in on the West End. They didn't really have a choice. What's wrong with Oakley and Brookwood and this vast amount of space out there?
Oh, no. Is that Oakley? And Oakley? There's no space out there. There's no space out there.
Well, they can tear down what's already there and build like they did with the West End. There was no space. They are right on top of Taft. They're on Taft's ass.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They made that space.
But look what they did with that. They built Taft a stadium, a track, a stadium, football field. They got all. Taft got all that.
It's a lot of things that are not serving the community. Period.
All right. Mr. Funky, good talking to you. All right, that's Mr. Funky. And I think he still lives in Overland, Ryan. I'm not sure. All right, let's go to Kevin Farmer. Kevin Farmer, what are you up to these days?
Hey, they tried to kill my president. They tried to come after him. You see that? You see how they tried to come after the president?
Well, I saw it. They weren't.
You was rooting for it. You was rooting for it, weren't you?
I'm not going to tell you what I was thinking. I'm not going to tell you what you can probably imagine what I was thinking.
But don't worry. But have you looked into this congressional race and seeing how the president has endorsed in this congressional race, the first district?
No. Who did he endorse in the? I've seen is Kentucky. Over in the Kentucky race, but I haven't seen anything for the first district here.
Yeah, they pretty much, Greg Lansman lost his seat. It's over for Greg. It's the Republican that took in. Think about it. They already banked him out. And then they had President Trump has just endorsed Conroy, the CIA guy, the former CIA agent guy.
Well, yeah, we know he endorsed him, but the people over Kentucky are going to have to pick between Trump and Massey, and I think the people of Kentucky are going to pick Massey over Trump's guy.
So what about when it comes down how people saying how racist Trump is? Why are we not voting for? Then we need to understand that we got a black woman and a white guy that's running in this congressional district on the Republican side. And we should be going for Rosemary.
Well,
right?
Let me ask you this: is there any truth to the rumor you and Rosemary are back together?
Truth to the rumor? I haven't talked to Miss Rosemary at all.
Okay.
I'm just literally. My thing is. I look at it like this. I'm on an apology campaign to be able to understand and be able to wake up us in Cincinnati, black Cincinnati preferably, to understand that.
Okay, what are you apologizing for? What
am I apologizing for is that black folks hurt each other. I'm apologizing that we have a history of hurting each other, and I'm apologizing and I'm stepping up for others to be able to apologize and show the initiative to that. We can't hurt black people. And we can't hurt people that's trying to do stuff for us to be able to not support and vote for these people, like your Damon Lynch's and Rosemary Oglesby, the first two black candidates that's in the first congressional district.
All right.
And my thing is this, Lincoln. You got to understand that if we're not supporting these black folks, what are we asking our black folks to do to step up to the playing field to do something for us?
Well, Kevin, all I got to do is stay out of trouble, and you stay out of trouble, and we'll see you on Election Day.
Oh, hold on. One more thing.
Yes.
Why ain't you? Who do I need to talk to get you to broadcast down at the Board of Elections for early voting? Like, how do I get you down at the Board of How do I get you down at the Board of Elections? Do the BOE need to pay for you to come down?
Yeah. Yes.
So we got to get the BOE to pay for you to come down there to broadcast live, like how other organizations get you to come down there.
Yep.
Get you to come down there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know, because I'm going to go to the next board meeting on the 4th of May to be able to announce that they need to be able to figure out some way to broadcast that early voting, especially during the primary.
All right. Thanks for your call. Yeah, right. That's not going to happen. All right, let's move along. Let's go to Otis Stevens. Where do I know that name from? Otis Stevens. Otis, how you doing? Otis. Yo, Otis. Otis going once. Otis going twice. Sorry about your luck, Otis. Langston.
My man, Lincoln Ware. How are you, sir?
Pretty good, Langston. What's on your mind?
Well, I was going to talk about Trump, but before I go to there, on that cheat sheet you have with Jeff Birding, does it say exactly how many black contracts he has as far as pouring concrete or people that are vendors or anything like that?
Well, he hires the contractors and they hire the people, but no, it doesn't say anything about contracts or anything like that. That's not part of a community agreement, I guess. You know, people you get to build things for you. I don't know if that's part of the agreement, but I guess it could be. It could be a part of an agreement to make sure the people you hire as contractors, make sure they hire some people from the community. That could be put in there, I'm sure.
Right, and I would love for them to take the language out of minority contracts as opposed to black contracts.
Yes.
And I say that just to say that, you know, it's in no disrespect, because, you know, we do what we have to do, but, you know, anyone can kind of put popcorn in a bag, but how about giving someone a legitimate shot of, you know, expanding their business and instead of locking them out? And in regards to, I think the gentleman just before Trump and the whole fake shooting that happened at the correspondence dinner.
Yes.
You know that took place in the basement of the hotel, right?
Yes, it's sort of like a ballroom that's downstairs. Yes.
Correct. This gentleman was upstairs. So exactly what was the threat?
Well, I mean, the threat didn't happen until he broke through the detectors, metal detectors. That's when the threat started.
He didn't break through the metal detectors.
He ran through them. Didn't you see?
He got to it, but he did not get through the metal detectors. And actually, and the person that was shot wasn't shot by him.
I have not heard that yet. I mean, that was asked, but I haven't heard anybody say that. You saw what news did you see that on?
Like a lot of independent sources out there that are there's been an uprise in regards to their CNN.
I haven't heard.
MSNBC,
I haven't heard any major networks say that, but that's the first thing I thought. There was a lot of shooting going on by everybody except the guy. He shot. I don't believe, and they might not ever make that public that he was shot by friendly fire. He didn't get, the bullet didn't penetrate. So I don't know if they'll ever make that public if it wasn't the guy's bullet and it was one of the FBI agents or or Secret Service people.
Yeah, and I kind of logged that right up there with the our veteran that was out there that was 100 mile or wherever he was distant from wherever the crash happened. It's always kind of like they just kind of check that box off and no one talks about it again. But and one more thing I'm just curious about. With this the engineers. Have you been hearing about the NASA engineers?
The NASA engineers?
Yes.
No,
they're up to 12 people have been killed or they're just missing.
Oh yeah, the government people. Yeah, like the latest was a general. Wasn't he missing somewhere up near Dayton or something?
The one in February, I believe, he was just shot right in front of his home.
Yeah, and
they have no clue.
I know they have no clue who's doing this stuff. You're right. I don't know what's going on.
skeptical is that, though? I mean, someone can hurt somebody in the West End, and they find them like in 3-4 minutes.
Right.
But this man in an affluent neighborhood with all these ring cams, no one saw anything. Nobody knows nothing, and his case closed.
And the wife called and said, "My husband is missing." He was a general. He was a retired general, but he was worked on these programs. I don't know.
Truly insanity. It's just truly insanity.
Yeah, I heard that. But yeah, I that's the first thing that came to my mind about the guy who was shot. Who was he shot by? Because everybody had guns out and there's a lot of shooting going on. So I'm thinking it's friendly fire.
Well, and another thing, and I'm sorry, not to continue to go on about this, but this man had planned from traveling from California to the destination with all these guns, right?
Yes.
He gets a hotel room.
Yes.
And you tell me, with all that planning, the only plan he'd come up with was trying to run through the barricade? That sounds crazy.
He wasn't mentally, I don't think he was mentally stable either, but it almost could have worked. It could not have worked. It could not have worked. Because he got to the last barrier. If he had gotten through those doors, then he was in there.
Did you see all those people in black? That was not even. That's not even the FBI guys there.
Yeah.
I at least counted on the stage at least about 12. So there's no way that he thought he's going to get a running start and make it through.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So again, and then your boy didn't get up on stage, and instead of thanking them for their quick reflexes and everything they did, he says, this is why we need the ballroom.
Yeah, I know. See that, and that kills me. And now, believe it or not, there's some senators who are talking about using taxpayer dollars to build the ballroom now, all of a sudden.
And Lady Lindsay will always stand up for him.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter. He's the first one out there, $400 million.
So
I thought it was already paid for.
Yeah, I thought, they already had the money from the donors. Yeah, see, that's crazy. This could be an over, and I hate to be the one to say this. I hate to go with conspiracy themes, but this could all be built around getting that ballroom built. This whole thing.
My point exactly.
He brought it up. Exactly. We should have been at the White House with this. This is why we need the ballroom. He brought it up, and I hate to think that you could get enough people involved. This guy might spend the rest of his life in prison. So that's what I can't understand. Who would volunteer for something like this?
Someone that's desperate. Someone that probably got their family taken care of. I mean, unfortunately, you can't put anything behind this. Put anything past this administration.
Oh boy, I just don't.
Really sad.
Well, his family turned him in. They call. He had his text. He had his emails timed to send to his family right before he rushed through the barriers. There, they got an email from him right at the time he was getting ready to go through.
Exactly. And if they did that kind of takes them off the list of being co-conspirators, right? Like they weren't involved. Like, we knew this, and we're telling you now, so don't look this way. I would tell my family to do that if they were going to do something.
Anything like that, if they got paid for this, then they should have the money already. I wouldn't say pay me later. You got to have the money now. This guy's going to spend the rest of his life in jail.
And I guarantee we'll never hear about this guy's backstory ever again. It'll be just case closed. And I find that always odd. All these supposed attacks. No one knows anything about. I still don't even know about the guy that was in the tree line at the golf course. Who was the guy? Where is he now?
Yeah, you don't hear nothing about it. You're right.
Nothing. The guy on the roof. When he tried to shoot him supposedly shot him at the rally.
Yeah.
What about him? What's the story? It's case closed, and these things keep lining up, Lincoln, and something doesn't smell good.
All right. Hey, thanks for your call, Langston.
No worries, brother. Take care.
All right, that's Langston. And yeah, I'm the last guy that wants to say it's a conspiracy, but this one looks kind of shady, I will admit. I mean, and the fact that he's talking about we need a ball. This is why we need a ballroom, because this thing is held up in court. So now he's trying to put the pressure on the courts to make a decision. They got to let him build it. Now they tore down the. What are you going to do? Just leave it unfinished? They got to build something there now. It's unbelievable. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. MP, Mustafa and others, 513-749-1230, The Lincoln Ware Show, 1230, The Buzz.
It's time to take your listening experience to the next level with 1230 The Buzz. One exclusive.
What's up, Courtney Henderson? Oh, Jerry Cavan was the first one to get on Facebook this morning. All right. Woo! What's up, Cam Hardy? What's up, Shauna Lewis Reese? Lincoln, gird your loins for MP. Just as long as he doesn't curse. Oh. Oh, God. What are you talking about, Dante Foster? My inner Republican is showing. Showing how? I cannot get on the floor. I have a bad back. That would be like me when they say, get on your knees. I could, with my knee replacement, I can't get on my knees. You know what I mean? It hurts to get on your knees. It just feels weird getting on your knees with a knee replacement. I can't do it.
Do it again. For the full schedule, go to thebuzzcincy.com.
1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati. Now, can you explain to people how to get to YouTube and register and do all that stuff? Are you well versed in that stuff, Terrence Howard?
Well, Mr. Ware, so if you have access to a Gmail account, you know, where you check your emails. So let's say you go to check your email using your Gmail account. At the top right, there's like an initial with your first name or however you have your Gmail spelled, your Gmail account spelled. And then it's got like 9 little squares that's in the shape of a square. Mm-hmm. You click on those 9 little squares. Everything that Google has to offer is going to pop up in a different window. You're going to see, you know, other things other features that Google have. And you're also going to see YouTube. So you just click on that and then just look for 1230 The Buzz. And make sure you see like a red ring around the 1230 The Buzz logo, because that means that we're live. Just click on that, and that's how you get to see us live.
Okay.
Yep. Just that easy. All
Just
27 steps.
Okay. Now, see, okay, I'm lost here because I clicked on the little the 9 squares there in the little circle.
Yes.
Okay, I see it now. Okay. All right, I got it. Okay. But it's taking me back. I just turned it on, and I'm looking at Jeff Birding. So how do I get back?
Yeah. So
we can't be that far behind.
No, you're not. So click on the circle with the Buzz logo. Click on that. If it's glowing, it's a red circle around it, right? It has live at the bottom. You click on that, and it should take you to where we are.
All right.
Live.
Okay. All right. I'm looking for it, but I don't see it. Anyway, all right. Folks, y'all need to be prepared to get over there because we'll be switching over permanently in a few days. So do that.
Okay, so I just did it, Mr. Ware, and the first thing that pops up is your live feed right now at the top of the page, and all you got to do is click on it.
Okay, all right. Well, look, when we take a break, you come over here, and because I'm doing everything you said, and I still didn't get I'm looking at the Facebook feed for some reason. I'm not looking at the YouTube feed. So, all right. 513-74. Somebody said, "Oh, Lord, this is ridiculous. What if I don't have a Gmail account?"
Then get one. It's free.
All right. Someone says, "Damon Lynch IV is getting a lot of Charlie Kirk supporters." Okay. All right. Let's go to, oh, boy, MP. And watch your language, MP. Go ahead.
Lincoln, Ware, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing okay.
I'm terribly disappointed with your interview with Jeff Birding. Your listening audience needs to know Jeff Birding is known as the master liar throughout Cincinnati. He's nothing more than a lying white tax pimp.
Well,
they never wanted his West End stadium. He bought City Hall. He bought the West End, using some usable ends, and that's how he got there. And he come on your show, pat his damn back like he did something spectacular. And you're sucking up to him. Mr. Burton, good job. You bought me some shoes, Mr. Burton. Mr. Burton, good job. Great job, Mr. Burton. Lincoln, that's
look, all I can go is I go by what they've given to these organizations and in the West End, and I'm looking at all the amounts that they gave to different things that's going on in the West End, and all I can do is look at what they've given, and you can't deny it. I mean, of course, nothing. He could walk on water.
You can't deny it. You know he's lying, Lincoln. Good job.
How is he lying about giving somebody some money? How is he lying about that? They'll come say he didn't give us any money. If he said he gave Q Kids, I don't know how much he said they gave him. I have to look in here and find it. If he says he gave them $50,000, and somebody from running Q Kids said, no, he didn't. He didn't give us any $50,000. Believe me, they would call and tell me. So I can't deny what he said he gave these organizations.
Lincoln, can you deny that people died behind that white BS, turning the West End into a white wonderland?
People died. How did they die? I mean, other than natural causes, was somebody killed because of it?
A lot of people died behind that white BS, Lincoln, and you let him come.
Nobody died behind FC. Who died? Who died, MP?
Burton, great job, Mr. Burton.
Thanks for your call. That's why I didn't go to his ass. That's exactly why. Unbelievable. All right, let's go to Otis Stevens. Otis, are you back?
Lincoln,
Yes.
What's happening, Lincoln?
How you doing? I'm doing great.
I noticed that the guests that come on your show are those that a bunch of oppressors. You know, you have Steve Leeper, Urban Size, Model Management, and they all.
Wait, hold on. So I never have any black people on the show. Is that what you said? You said all the people I have on the show are oppressors. I have all kind of organizations come in on this show. The real black realtors. I have all kind of people come in here on this show. So what are you talking
they're
about?
Not getting, but they're not getting the same support that the other organizations are getting in regards to how much money from the city and bailouts that they're giving. When you talk to Jeff Birding, for instance, you never ask what is his sources of funding. He was talking about handouts. And let's talk about the latest one he got.
Well, hold on a second. They pretty much built that stadium, that TQL stadium, with private donations. They got money from the city and county for the garages and the pavement, stuff like that.
Quite a bit of money. And that money, you got to remember the square footage costs, they exaggerate those, so the dollars that they get go into their their pockets as developers. But when you look at the $185 million that they're getting from the unclaimed funds of the state of Ohio, now let's go to your list that you have there. Add up all them little 50,000, the little 10,000, the little 2,000.
It comes up to 100,000. The total is 100,000.
Wow. What percentage of 100,000 of 185 million on this last?
Yes.
What about the 60 million they got from the city?
Okay, hold on. But what are the Bengals and the Reds doing? They're not even giving up 100,000. And we're giving them more money than we're giving FC Cincinnati.
But the Reds and Bengals didn't come and sit 30 feet from my front door either.
No.
The Reds and Bengals didn't detain me outside my house as I was taking a picture of them parking illegally on the lot out across the road from my home.
Oh, you own one of the three. Oh, wait, you own one of the three buildings, right?
I own more than that.
I mean, one of the three buildings right next to the TQL Stadium.
I don't own it. It's owned by a trust, but I know the owners, so I can speak for them. But the ballet got 35 million. Since Tri-State got 28 million in order to relocate. There's three owners that's on that block there.
Mm-hmm.
They're essentially putting them on an island, forcing the value of the property to only be relative to them, only be a piece of property that they can control. So they're putting them on an alley. They're closing off the streets. Are there? They're creating an island for them, and the only ones to have value to would be FCC.
Well, how
so
much?
When you look at Birding, when he talks about what he's doing to the community, he speaks of the 40% increase in income. You got 10 millionaires down there now. The last report of the average income in the West End came up to $12,000 annually. $12,000, Lincoln. So how is Jeff making it better? Right outside his front door, we just had a murder. What is he doing? The kid died. What is this guy talking about? He's making the West End better. They come on your show with their manifest. They come on your show and they give this manifesto of how great we treating you black folks and how well we treat you. No, we've been marginalized, displaced, arrested, over-policed only on their game days. Oh, they got 40 officers down there on the game day. That's how many when Queenie got killed was there. None. So we got to talk about real issues.
Queenie, what do you mean
game.
Queenie? When Queenie got killed? Queenie got killed. Who was Queenie? Who are you talking about?
The young lady that got murdered down there, the 12-year-old, I think she was 14-year-old, that got murdered, got shot.
Oh, okay.
In the park.
Well,
this is serious. This ain't
all I can look.
Us like we're,
I just don't know. First of all, I don't know what to tell you. They signed a community. Y'all should have made them sign a bigger agreement. I mean,
have them explain. Don't have them come on your show and you not be educated to the facts, so you can ask pertinent questions. So your listening audience, which is we love you, Lincoln.
The reason why, Otis, Otis, I know you're bitter. You want to get a high price for your property. I can understand that, and you're gonna have a chip on your shoulder because you think they're closing you out. And
I don't think. I know.
Every day that goes by, that property is valued lower and lower. So I know you're upset.
No, it does not. It goes higher. Goes higher. When I met with Chris Munzik, when I met with him at my offices on Vine Street, we had a meeting. He wanted to meet at his Ivory offices, Marble office. I said, no, come to mine. He came down to Green and Vine, and we had a meeting, and we discussed the value of what I would take or what my family would take to sell the property.
Uh-huh.
And at that point, we were at $5 million. I wanted the same percent. I took the percentage size of the valet, the square footage. I took the same, and I also took the tri-state, and I divided it and came up with a number of $5 million for the purchase. And my neighbors, they're comfortable with where they live at.
Okay.
They have no desire to sell.
Okay.
I'm in the market to sell.
Okay, so what did they say about the what did they say what did they say about the $5 million? What did they say?
Well, I tell you, we sit there, we discussed it, and he wanted it for nothing. He started telling me about all the good things he's doing and over the line. You know how they invite you to the meeting and they always serving chicken.
Chicken
like
and try to get you drunk too. They probably had some liquor too.
You asked me a question.
Yeah. Well, you
asked me a question. I went for $5 million. Hear me out. Then we sat there. I took a napkin and I wrote a number down. The number went to 6. Now, after Jeff Bearding was on this phone call, it's 7.
Okay. Hey, I ain't mad at you.
Lincoln.
I'm not mad at you.
On one hand, the whitey can conduct business, and the black folks can't.
Get what you want for that property. I don't blame you. Eventually, they're gonna have to expand, and they're gonna pay what you need to get you out of there.
That's right. Or they think they're going to take it by threat of imprisonment. That's what they do now.
Yeah.
That's that docket you talk about that don't exist. They're locking people up every day, mostly black people. When you look at ADOPT, you look at all them. ADOPT belongs to a terrorist organization. He belongs to the good folks of Germany. That was part of the Hitler regime. You don't talk about that.
The
Get
ADOPT.
the facts, Lincoln. So when you can confront these guys, the city has no business doing business with ADOPT. None. They're in the business doing business with a terrorist regime, and they do.
Well, has anybody been down other than Stefan to City Hall to tell these people?
You can go right down. You go right down on McMicken to the new think tank that they opened up.
Yeah.
Margie and all of them opened up a think tank. It's a German think tank. Look it up. Don't take my word for it.
All right. Well, I tell you, I don't know what to tell. All I can tell you, Otis, is fight for what you think they owe you for that property, and stay there.
For them to come on your show,
stay there to the end.
Ask me to come with us. Ask me to come down there so I can take and help you ask the questions that are important.
I don't think I need you to help. I don't think I need you to help. All right, Otis.
FCC. Have a good one.
Thanks for your call. I mean, why is it? I don't know. I just don't know what to say. But I agree with him. He probably should ask for 7, settle for no less than 5, because they definitely want their property. Of course, Jeff sounded like they can live with it, but it just, they want that property there. That's prime property for their expansion on that stadium. So eventually, something's going to have to give. Something's going to have to happen. Let me go to Greg with this $2.99 gas right quick, and then we'll go to break. Greg, real quick.
Hey, Lincoln, yeah, it is $2.99 on Montgomery Road up in Everson, right south of
Right.
Yeah.
You talking about at the marathon?
Marathon, yes. I heard you on the radio. I heard the guy down in the.
But is that fresh? You said they just opened. Is that fresh new gas they put in there, or is it the gas that's been in those tanks as long as that place has been closed?
Nah, it's fresh new gas, but they've been open for. This is a different owner. I know the owners too. Yeah. I didn't realize I knew them until I went and got gas.
Yeah.
And they said they're gonna pay $2.99 up until Thursday.
Up until Thursday. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Know
well, if I come get some gas there and my car starts missing and jumping, I'm gonna sue them. Tell them that gas better be water free.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I know Meanie. They're pretty good at it. But
all right.
Hey, Lincoln. Now I gave you that shirt at the Woodward. I'm Greg, the one who got shot in the head.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Make sure you wear it, man.
All right.
All right, thanks, Lincoln. No, I make it quick.
Appreciate your call. All right. How can they afford to Thursday? He's gonna sell it at $2.99. How are they? Maybe they see. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That gas It was probably when they bought it, it was $2.99, and it's been. I don't know how long that gas has been sitting in those tanks, because that place has been closed a long time. That Marathon that he's talking about, they had barricades over there. You couldn't even drive in the lot, and it's been like that forever. It seems like people in Evanston could probably tell me exactly how long it's been closed. But I would be very leery. I'm tempted to stop, though. You know, I'm a cheapskate when it comes to gas. I'm tempted to stop. But I just don't want my motor messed up. I want some water in the gas. Yeah. I don't know. Let's go up there, Terrence Howard. How about you getting some? I'll pay for your gas, Terrence.
You know what? I have to respectfully decline, Mr. Ware. But thank you so much.
I'll get you 5 gallons. How about that? 5 gallons of gas.
Yeah, then when my car breaks down, I'll just be carrying those gallons on my hands, right?
My grandfather used to buy gas in gallons. You know, he didn't say, give me $5. Give me 5 gallons of high test. You ever heard that?
Yeah.
Give me 5 gallons of high test. Unbelievable. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back 12:30. The Buzz.
Bringing you the stories that go beyond the headlines. The Tavis.
Somebody said, Greg, can you use your last name instead of Greg that got shot in the head? Oh, God. Y'all crazy. MP says they changed tanks. It has to be watered down. $2.99 is ridiculously cheap.
So it was another guy just called in. He said he got gas from there yesterday. He says nothing's wrong with his car.
Okay.
And he said they've been only closed about 8 months.
8 months?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a long time for stuff to be sitting in the tank. I don't know. And his car's working okay?
Yeah, that's what he said, Lincoln.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I'm tempted, man. $2.99 as opposed to $4.29.
Just have your tow truck drive on speed dial. That's all.
Right. Right. Oh, boy. I'm tempted. I'm telling you. I'm tempted to go there and fill her up. That gas station is a haven for drama.
Oh, you want me to come over there and show you?
Yeah. Oh, he got stopped. The phone was ringing. I'm due for a Livingston report. He tagged me on something on Facebook. He says Lincoln Ware brought Chief Thigi to the neighborhood, to the community. Oh, boy. Why am I always blamed for bringing white women to the community? What's up, Letha? How you doing? What's going on, Letha? My good friend Letha Smedley. They're my dots over there.
Your dots. Okay. Yeah. So once you click on here, then you go to YouTube. Now, are you subscribed to?
I don't know.
See, it's right here. It's right at the top. See that?
That was okay. That was
Now click on this right here. Click on that right there.
okay. We'll see. We'll come back. Okay. Okay. All right. Not yet. Must be. There we go. It switched.
So that means it's live. That means you're on live.
Right. Okay. But is this camera? What is this camera for?
I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm
We're
thinking it's on Facebook, but I thought YouTube was coming out of this camera over here on the side. This is not the side camera. That's what has me confused.
Stand by.
.30 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. It's Lincoln Ware with you till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And the police investigation of a body found near Washington Park. And we'll blame it on FC Cincinnati. You know, I mean, somebody died down there. Okay. Takeaways from the Fiji tape. Boy, I tell you, who do you believe? Who do you believe? 3CDC is even in the mix here. Fiji said 3CDC wanted, they wanted sort of like a paid police department to police the 3CDC area. They wanted the police department for free. Unbelievable. All right. Let's go to Mustafa. Mustafa, how are you?
Doing well. Good afternoon. Yeah, man. First, let me comment on the Michael Jackson movie. I didn't see it. You know, over the past, 20 years, I've seen a lot about Mike and his family. Yeah. And I honored the work that their father did because what's the alternative? You know, the 6 boys get a job at the steel mill.
Yeah, right.
It's a cool gig. It's the livable wage, I would imagine, but nonetheless, he was the driving catalyst behind them.
Yeah.
Along with them being multi-talented. So, and I strongly believe Mike had a childhood. And as long as he was among black folk, he was cool. Once he crossed the line in the white folks' territory, he got weird.
Things changed. Yes. Yep.
And then he self-destructed.
Well, I think it all started with after that Pepsi fire, and he had to start taking those painkillers. That's what started that whole train rolling with drugs. That Pepsi commercial.
Well, I tell you, man, if you have surgery of any kind and you leave home and start taking morphine and all this stuff, you better get off of it super quick.
Yeah.
Because you can develop a habit big time. You know, now the shooter, the guy that potentially tried to bum rush the gate, you know, he's an educated guy, very bright.
Yeah.
He must have flipped his brain to crash dummy mode. You know, ran for the fence like a damn dinosaur in Jurassic Park. So I can't understand that for the life of me. You know, what happened to this guy, why he went that route. You know, right when I think that when you have opportunity, you excel, get a degree, you'll do well, but sure enough, he debunked that theory. So I guess anybody might go off the deep end. It's just a matter of can they get help before they go that route.
Did you call yesterday, Mustafa?
No, sir.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay, just
no, man. Okay. No, I didn't. I enjoy your show, brother, and I respect your acumen and your rules.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
It's just some crazy person on Facebook that said you called yesterday.
Well,
so
if they got enough time to monitor that, okay, they need a hobby. They need a pet or something, a goldfish. I don't know. But who sits around and watch that?
I
You
know,
what I mean?
I know. Well, it takes all kind. Let me tell you, it takes
Yeah,
all.
man. But you know what? I strongly believe Trump is the most hated president that ever took that seat, man.
Well, he says they only shoot at presidents that are doing something.
Oh, Jesus. Well, he's doing something in the wrong direction. I'm annoyed by him and his staff. Kash Patel always looks starry-eyed and goofy.
Oh, he looks like he's spaced out when he's standing there. I've never seen somebody look so weird in my life.
That one lady, the press secretary, she's annoying as hell.
Oh, yes, she is. Yes.
Pete Hegseth, another one. That other lady, the attorney general, whoever she is, oh, my God. All these people, man, are just thorns in your side. It's like you pick up a rose bush, you get all these damn thorns, all of them. Maybe it's me, I don't know. But I tell you, people, we got to vote in another direction because they do not have our best interest, man. I'm going to leave it at that.
All right. Thanks for your call, Mustafa.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's break for news. We'll come back. Rick Jr., Otis Stevens. What is he back again for?
He said he's got one more point to make. I said, listen, I'll put you on. I don't know what's going to happen. So here we are, Mr. Ware. How do you want to handle it? We'll go with that.
Let's break for news. We'll come back. Tell him to call me back tomorrow with his point. I'll give him a pass for tomorrow. I can't give him two in one day. Let's break for news. 12:30, The Buzz.
WDBZ, Cincinnati, 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
In Butler County, a man facing charges stemming from a vehicle crash that left 3 people dead is pleading guilty. The accident happened December 21st of last year near River Road and Hooven Avenue. Investigators say that Brandon Bagley was driving at more than twice the speed limit when he hit the victim's car. 35-year-old Milton Alvarez, Lagos 27-year-old Betty Salazar Lopez, and 10-year-old Milton Salazar Alvarez all suffered fatal injuries. Police are investigating after a man was found dead last night near Cincinnati's Washington Park. Officers were dispatched to the scene a little after 5:30 p.m. after the victim was found beneath a grate inside of a parking garage. No other details have been released. In northern Kentucky, Campbell County police say the suspect in a Monday morning stabbing is dead. The stabbing incident happened shortly before 3 a.m. near Echo Hills Drive and Licking Pike. Reports say that while officers were en route to the scene, a man witness identified as the suspect was shot, and that man later died. As of the latest report, the stabbing victim remains hospitalized in stable condition. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
The voice of the community. We are 1230 AM The Buzz, your talk station.
.30 WDBZ, The Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And we've got a lot going on today. And, let's see. Of course, earlier we had Jeff Birding in with the FC Cincinnati Foundation. And, of course, no one's happy with anything that goes on with with FCC and the West End. But like I told him, hey, hold on till you don't give up. Give out before you give up. Hold on to it as long as you can. That's all I'm saying. Hold on to it as long as you can. And I'm just looking at the receipts that Stefan was talking about. They've got the Black Heritage. I don't see. I'm trying to find the dollar amounts here. I saw it earlier. They got the, they gave money to Big Brothers, Big Sisters. They gave money to Our Daily Bread, Q Kids Dance Team, Seven Hills Neighborhood Houses. They all got grant shoes for the shoeless. Taft High School got money from a grant. Sweet Sister Splash. What is Sweet Sister Splash? They gave money to CityLink, the Museum Center, the Fire Museum, the Cincinnati College Preparatory Academy right there, Old Washburn School. Changing Gears, that's the vehicle purchase program in the West End. Bright Star Community Church, they gave to their summer camp. And it goes on and on. So, hey, I don't know. What can you say? You can never do enough. Rick Jr., what's on your mind? Then Al and Blade.
Good morning, Mr. Ware.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Well, the first thing, as far as you all are building stadiums and stuff, and my grandmother used to say, you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. Y'all, our population when I was living up there, in 1960, your population, it was at 500,000, and now it's down to 300,000. Now, you can't squeeze the blood out of a turnip.
Yeah.
You know why they keep saying, okay, well, we're going to go back to a populace. They act like it ain't no big deal. We're going to put that stadium up there on Walnut Hills, and we just raise, and they won't even notice those taxes. I mean, what are they thinking? And if I want to talk a little bit about Miss Fiji, who would you? I went back did a little research here on the past since that police chief. Who would you compare her to as far as performance? Who would you compare Miss Fiji to? Okay, I'm gonna run down some quick names.
Okay.
Stanley Schroetel, bingo. You think she's like Stanley Schroetel? Oh, hell yeah. What about Myers Leisler? Or Paul Clinton? Or what about Mike Snowden or Larry Whalen? You think how does she compare to those gentlemen?
Well, they're all from the good old boy, the west side of town, so she's probably a lot like them, I would say. So.
Well, okay. I was talking. I noticed something about the Reds, and something about baseball. I bet you nobody pays this attention. Do you realize that the schedule is so front end loaded? I mean, they've already played like 27 games. I went back and looked at an old inquiry back when Anderson first came in Cincinnati, 1970, and they had only played 15 games on the same day. Okay. You think I was wondering? I wonder how that's impacting the game. The schedule is front end loaded. I mean, like this is only what's the day? Like what? April
28th.
April 28th, and they've already played 27 games. Back in 1970, they had only played about 15 or 17 games. I wonder how that's impacting the performance.
Well, apparently these are new type of baseball players nowadays. They work out year round, and they always in shape, so they're able to do it. Plus, they have off days.
Why did they front end load the schedule?
What do you mean front end load the schedule? What do you mean?
Well, I mean this is only April 27th, and they already played 27 games.
They're gonna play till the end of September. What are you talking about?
Well, they play a 162 game schedule.
Okay.
I mean they have right.
Yeah, and
okay. Well, and they still. I mean they've already gone through about a third of the schedule.
They have not gone through a third of the schedule. You're crazy. They're going to play. This is still April. They'll be playing to September.
In 1970, they only played like 15 games at this point. That's all I'm saying.
And how many games were they playing a year then? Probably 60. I mean, 120. They were probably playing 120.
They played 162 games.
I don't believe it. Not in 72. I don't believe that.
Man, don't you know baseball
I have
history?
To go back and check that. But they have not played a third of the season already. Like
I say, I just threw that number out.
Well, see, that's your problem. You're just throwing numbers out. That's your problem.
162 games that's history. they've been playing 162 games since, I guess, the early 1900s or modern.
I don't know.
baseball.
I have to check that out. I'd have to check that out. I got to go, Rick Jr. You're killing me. Thanks for your call.
Boring.
Everybody loves Rick. Unbelievable. All right, 513-749-12. I just can't believe they played a third of the season already, and we've only gone through the month of April. We got the month of May. We got the month of June. We got the month of July. We got the month of August. And we got the month of September. And he says we played a third of the season already. Oh, boy. I tell you. Al, how are you?
Respect, love, and blessings, Lincoln. Thanks for taking my call. Hey, a quick question. You've known Steve Reese for a while, right?
Yes. I've known him since 73.
And you know, he hangs in heavy circles, right?
Yes.
So did you hear what he was saying?
About Michael Jackson?
Okay, we can call it Michael Jackson since that's the topic, but the bigger picture is the industry.
Yes.
Now, when just like the man was talking about, when we try to do business, we get different rules. But here we're coming with the product. We are the product. But they're going to give us different rules. And when we try to negotiate, for us, we get looked upon as like, I don't even know why you're trying to negotiate for yourself. You're not getting anything that you're going to ask for. And if you keep demanding it, we're going to kill you.
Well, okay, let's take somebody like Jay-Z or Beyonce. When Jay-Z goes into a room to negotiate, you think they tell him that?
What you don't know is that he's an informant. He's FBI.
Oh, my God.
Or CIA or something like that. I would think that he's probably more FBI than CIA.
Oh, my God.
He could be both.
Okay. You got something for everything, don't you? You got something for everything.
Okay. Do you know?
I would doubt whether he's an informant for the CIA or the FBI. Come on.
Lincoln, when people that know try to tell you, you discredit them. That look like us. But Jeff Birdie can get on here and, he can,
he came on here to talk about what they've given from the foundation to the West End every year. And
this is what he
and he showed me the book that they have with telling me how much they give to each organization. He's got pictures of black kids and white kids and Hispanic kids and all kind of kids.
That stuff. Lincoln, I know you're older.
I'm looking at pictures. What do you mean you fall for that? I'm looking at pictures, and I'm telling you what I'm looking at.
It's not for us. It's a setup, sir.
Well,
it's not for us.
Well, who are these black kids on here that they say, okay, we just want you to take these pictures and then go on about your way?
You're getting it now.
Oh, my God. Oh, geez.
You don't believe that that's what they're going to do. Listen, like the foreign, we'll just take, any African family that come here. Do they listen to the black radio station?
Some of them do. Some of them do.
Okay, do they call in with concerns?
I don't know. Some of them have, yes.
Well, you can't name me one.
That has called in with concern? Okay, let me see. What's the guy's name? Abadu, I think something like that. But I've talked, look.
He has a bad name in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? He didn't come... Yeah, he ain't doing good business.
Oh, my God. You don't even know him.
You talking about the guy with the senior homes?
No, that's Chin. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about some other guys that call in that don't have. But okay, even let's talk about Chin and Dukeway. I mean, what? He's a black man, got money. They're trying to jive him over too.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. This is what they do. But if I was to tell you that, like, most of the foreign families that come here, like from Africa,
they kind of tell them not to deal with the black community.
Oh, yeah?
They tell them, if you want, these perks, if you want to stay here, don't deal with them. And we sit here and we fall for it.
You've actually heard them tell them that, or that they tell you they told them that.
This is how you know. Okay? Do you know?
Do you know?
Yeah, because I know families and people who's from synagogue and in Africa in that area. And if they tell you this, then are you going to believe them? Or are you just going to, sit there and say, oh, no, they're not doing that. That's not the case. They tell them to leave us alone. Do they advertise on the station?
Who? Africans?
African restaurants. Do they advertise?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Okay.
If they did, would you go to eat some African food? They probably just doing their own community and, You know
what Taranga is at?
Taranga? No, I don't.
Taranga is on Vine Street, like almost in Wyoming.
We know you go there, right?
Yeah, I go there.
Okay.
But why not? Why not? So if me talking to those guys and I ask them, why don't you, mess with the black community? Because like right down the street from there, in Laughlin, it's a big, African community.
Right. Well, you know why they don't mess with us? Because probably for some reason, they probably think they're better than us.
Nah.
Nothing. Everybody that comes to this country thinks they're better than black folks.
Well, okay, yeah, you're right.
Okay, I'm right. I think I am right. Yeah.
Yes, and you're going to fall for that.
You fell for it? What do you mean I'm going to fall for that? What do you mean
I'm going to falling for it? How am I falling for it? And
how am I falling for it?
I can talk to him because you believe it.
And it's true.
Like I said,
I think more people will agree with me that a lot of people come to this country, no matter if they're black, Hispanic, or Asian, they all think they're better than the black folks here in America. Now, why they think that? Because maybe they watch the news and they see all the stuff on the news. The first 5 news stories, black folks are leading the news, I don't know.
So do you still patronize their businesses?
Whose businesses?
Like, like the fest that like the Asian fest that they just had. Do you still patronize that?
I have gone to the Asian fest before. I like Asian food.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying, but they look down on you.
Well,
they may not look down on Lincoln Ware because of what,
If I'm hungry, just give me the food and I move on. I'm not trying to be your best friend. I'm not trying to be your best friend. But there was a lot of black folks down there the last year when I went.
I know this. We will patronize them. They will not patronize us.
Yeah. That's
you do understand that, right?
It's that way. That's just the way things are.
No, that's not the way things are.
Yes, it is. It's been that way since slavery time. Since slavery time was over.
Settle for it. And you're going to settle for it. You got a daughter out here, grandkids out here, and you're going to say, well, they think they're better than us, so you better just go ahead and bow down to them. Go ahead and patronize them.
Where else they going to work? Who do they work for? Where else they going to work? Who do you think they work for?
The man. The man.
So where else? You got some black relatives who going to give them a job that pay them as much as they're making?
Where you going to go?
Where you going to go?
Right, where you going to go in this revolution?
Oh, boy. The revolution.
Are you going to... Huh?
Well, put it this way. The revolution will not be televised. That's all I got to say.
The revolution is being televised, my brother.
I got to go. Thanks for your call. Let's take a break.
It's kind of like having an argument with, no disrespect, with a fool.
12:30, The Buzz.
Bringing you the stories that go beyond the headlines. The Tavis Smiley Show.
I just saw Mika Owens here at the station. I guess she was cutting her commercial.
Yeah, saw her. I thought she was a guest for you or something. I guess so. She just here for a commercial.
Came to do her commercial.
That damn Al is an idiot. He is. He's getting on my damn nerves.
Al has got issues. You're right, Jack. Oh, boy.
Do we have a meeting today?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'll be listening on my phone. Owen's coming out to my house to set me up for the live broadcast when I work from home.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No more Fridays without bacon, huh?
Yes, there you go. Oh, boy.
And its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
1230 The Buzz. Streaming live on your computer. Log on to thebuzzcincy.com.
1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Want to say happy birthday to my son today, Chip. He's a chip off the old block. Yes, he's 55 today. Can you believe I got a son that's 55?
That's so hard to believe, Mr. Ware.
Is it?
Yeah, it is hard to believe.
That he's 55, yeah. Unbelievable. He's older than you.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm 50. So, yeah, he's got me. He's same age as Alicia Reese, right? She's 55.
When is her birthday? It was this weekend,
Yeah,
I think. It was Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was recent, yeah.
Yes. And a belated happy birthday to Alicia Reese. She's having her birthday party. I think it's Thursday, skating. She's doing that skating. Yeah.
I haven't been skating probably in about 20 years, so I'll be very rusty.
Oh, boy. I wouldn't even attempt to skate at my age with these knees, with that knee replacement. I just can't cut like I want to. Even when I'm running, I can't cut. I have to, like, turn. You know what I mean? I just can't. The things I used to do, I can't do anymore. Yeah. Unbelievable. All right. Let's move along. Let's go to Blade. Blade, what's on that feeble mind of yours today?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Nothing much.
Hey, man, what's today, Tuesday?
Yes, it is.
Don't you remember Mustafa called yesterday, was talking about Michael Jackson, about the movie, but he said he didn't want to talk about it?
I think he called Friday talking about it, maybe.
Mustafa calls every other day. I mean, every day.
Well, he does not call every day.
He calls every day like Rick Jr. Y'all would never catch up with Naptown. Don't you know we building a dome for the women's basketball team?
A dome? You mean they're building an arena for the team?
It'll be ready, I think, next year or something like that.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, we are behind. I agree. We're trying to be a big league city in a little league town, but it's going to be a tough ask to get the city and the county to foot the bill for a new arena, but we need one. I agree.
Y'all got an illusion that y'all want to be a big town, but them gatekeepers is not going to let y'all do anything.
Well, the gatekeepers are the ones that really want it because it's going to be more money for them.
Nah, I don't think so. Y'all still got too many blacks down there. They got to gentrify y'all some more.
Oh, jeez.
They got to move a lot of y'all to Kentucky.
Oh, my God.
Move y'all across that river, and then they'll get them arenas down there for more white folks.
Oh.
It's still too many of y'all, and I think they'll do it after you retire because you're the guy you want to come in there. He's good and primed. He's not going to do anything. He's going to let them run all over him.
Oh, please.
He don't do nothing.
Oh,
he's very oppressive to black callers.
Oh, boy. I think he's a great fill-in host, and he knows his stuff. Simple as that.
Because I like the guy that retired with the Corvette. He put him in his place when you was gone. I'm glad somebody recognized what's going on.
You talking about Ed?
Yeah, Ed.
What did Ed say to him?
Ask Ed. He can say it in his own words.
Oh, please. You're the king of exaggeration, Blade.
No, I'm serious. Ed checked him real good.
All right.
Anyway, man, yeah. That's sad that y'all got that old arena down there. And,
I agree. It is sad. Yes, it is.
And then your downtown ain't all that. So, man, y'all got a long way to go, man.
I know it. We don't have a major department store or anything like that downtown. It's sad. I agree. But it's coming. Yeah. We got to be patient. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. Hey, Cincinnati downtown's almost like a plantation.
Oh, please.
Yeah, have a good one.
Thanks for your call. He's ridiculous. Now, we do have a long way to go. Downtown needs a major store where people, when they come in, they want to go shopping or somewhere. There's nothing down there. Nothing there. So we do have issues there. We definitely need a new arena. Jeff Birding said by the end of the year, there will be a plan. It should be sooner than later. So that $2.99 a gallon gas is still $2.99. Should I take a chance? Everybody that's got some, they haven't complained. Nobody said their car stopped on them. So, hey, I may just stop and fill her up. $2.99. We're not going to see that price again in a long time. It's going to be a long time before we see $2.99 a gallon gas with Trump in office. We'll never see that again. Somebody said the bottom line is nobody wants to come to Cincinnati and experience racism. Yeah. All right, let's take a break, and then we'll come back. Carol, you're up first after the break. We'll get to you and others right here on 1230, The Buzz.
Hey, y'all, what up? This your boy, Ricky Smiley. I want to drop you an invite to something a little more personal.
White Lion, you're crazy. Is it just me, or does the West End want to stay a dumpster fire? Oh, boy. Typical White Lion. AWB. What's up, Lawrence Palmer? Daryl Carpenter?
Okay, I see him now. Tamiko posted a photo
Of who?
on
Chip?
Facebook. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I see the resemblance, man. Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, I didn't even know he existed until maybe 15, 20 years ago.
Oh man. Mm. When he saw you, he said, "Good morning."
I said, "You're my son. You're my son." Yes. When I first saw him, I knew he was my son, but we got a DNA test just to please everybody. You know what I mean? Just so everybody wouldn't have any questions. You sure that's your son? You know? But I knew he was my son because you see these 3 moles on my finger, on my hand? He's got 3 on his just like that.
Really? Wow.
Just like that.
Wow.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we went up to Genetica DNA, the same one, Maury Povich.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy gave it to me for free because he had been coming on the show.
Really?
We were doing that little segment.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
And things got too hot up in here. We had to stop. They was getting ready to get to fighting up in here.
Oh, man.
Calling bitches and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
man. It was getting, people were breaking down, crying. It really got like the Maury show.
Really? We need to bring that back.
No, they'll be shooting people.
Oh, man.
We can't bring that back.
Oh, boy.
Oh, geez. But anyway, I called a guy and said, I need a DNA test. Oh, come on up. We'll set you up. No problem. And we went up there, and it came back 99.999. So I said, okay, he's my son then. You know? But I knew it when I first saw it.
A Radio 1 station.
$12:30 WDBZ. Lincoln Ware with you till 1 o'clock this afternoon. Coming up in 1, Shopton. Keeping it real. Keeping it real. He'll be in here at 1 o'clock from 1 to 4. Then from 4 to 7, a rebroadcast of this show. Then at 7 o'clock, Tavis Smiley comes your way. Check him out. All right. Let's go to Carol. Carol, how are you today?
Hi, Lincoln. I'm doing well. Thank you.
What's on your mind?
I just have a couple of things I wanted to just add to the conversations that you've been having. I'm not really able to call in like I would like to.
Yes.
But I do want to say that I agree with what Jones said the other day about taxes.
Yes.
Definitely. And I find it strange that people can just throw that out their mouth. Let's raise the tax, property taxes. That's what I meant, property taxes. And I also want to ask if people are aware that they're talking about the schools and raising the taxes, property taxes, so that the schools can get their fair share. But no one is saying, hey, let's stop giving businesses and developers
that
break.
Well, the schools are just asking for you to continue to pay what you. I think that's a renewal for the school levy.
It is. It's
So we're already paying it, so it's not going to pinch you even more. It's just what you're paying right now. But
so what about why are we carrying the weight that businesses and developers?
Well, I don't think it's businesses. It's the state needs to carry more of the weight. It's the state.
I said, why is Cincinnati? Let's deal with local. Why is Cincinnati giving 10, 15 years abatements? Then who's going to carry the weight that they're not carrying?
Well, you would hope that
it's the homeowner.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, 15 years ago, they were giving out tax abatements. Okay? That 15 years is up, so that money is starting to come in to make up for the money, for the breaks you're giving to people now. You see what I'm saying?
They just raise our taxes.
It's just a cycle, you know.
You
gave them out 15 years ago. That 15 years is up. Now they're paying. Now that's coming in. 15 years from now, the ones you're giving today, that'll come in.
But you know how many people might have lost their homes waiting for that 15 years to get that break? People lose their property because they can't afford to pay taxes because their incomes aren't, increasing. So who has the logic to figure that out?
But I don't think you are paying more taxes because of abatements. I don't think it's hitting you like that.
No. When they raise the taxes, they're trying to cover a bill. I'm just going to use it like that. They have to cover some deficits. That's the only reason why they raise them, right?
No, they raise. Yeah, well, I guess they do, but I don't know. I just don't think a person getting an abatement today is hurting.
I'm not talking about persons. I'm talking about businesses. I'm not talking about something on your house if you put a bathroom in. I'm saying in terms of big business and developers. At 15, that's what I'm talking about, those abatements. And I'm saying somebody has to fill in the gap if they're not paying their fair share.
Yeah.
And it comes on the backs of poor folks trying to hold on to the piece of the pie that they were, that they have.
Well, you're just going to have to.
And we have no reprieve. And that's not right.
You got to start. We got to get these Republicans out of office. Got to get the Republicans out of office.
Well, yeah, you do. But just take city council. I'll be straight with you. They had an opportunity and they blew it. They had an opportunity to do more if it was in the heart. I'll say that. See, this stuff that we're doing.
They had an opportunity to do more.
That's coming from the heart.
Wait, you said they had. You said they had an opportunity to do more. Do more what? What?
In terms of, I'll give you an example. In terms of gentrification, but it has to be in the heart. If it's not in the heart, you're not going to do anything. And I think that's why people, although they say that, what's his name? That I always talk about Stefan. That's why they say. I think people say, well, he has the heart. When a lot of people don't have the heart.
Yeah.
He may be wrong on some things, but he has the heart, and all he would have to do is surround himself with people that know the game and know how the game is played. That's why he was on. That's why he had to support, in my opinion, from Hillary and Reverend Lynch, because they knew he had the heart where everybody else was scared.
Mm-hmm.
They talk and come on, call your radio show, and talk crap, and don't produce anything. And it's wrong. And so that's what people say. We need to vote for these things. Well,
even
they do nothing. They had an opportunity to turn things around. We could have determined what gentrification looks like in our community.
No, you can't. Hold on a second. Even in Atlanta, gentrification is taking place in hot, chocolate city Atlanta, where everywhere you turn, a black person owns a restaurant or a business or something, and it's a lot different than here in Cincinnati. You go to a restaurant down there, it's all black folks in the restaurant, pretty much. You go to a restaurant here, it's mostly all white folks. But there's gentrification going on in Atlanta, and it's going to happen everywhere. It happens everywhere.
Gentrification is happening everywhere, but that doesn't mean you have to follow the script. They had the opportunity down there sitting on council when there was majority of black folks on that council, and they did nothing. They know what the projection of the city is supposed to look like. And they, if they had it in their heart, should have said, oh, hey, this is not right. Where the folks at? They done moved them out. They got stadiums and blah, 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 blah.
Carol, I got to go.
They ignored it.
I got to run.
That's why they now want them down and got my vote.
All right, Carol. You're just not going to vote. Who you going to vote for then, Carol?
This trip, I'm going to do the schools. I'm going to do that because it's important.
I don't even. Is it on the ballot now? I don't know.
Sugar.
I'm not sure the school ballot is on this time. I think it's going to be on in the midterm. Maybe it's on in the midterm. I'm not sure, but
as far as
I'm not sure when it's going to be on the ballot.
As far as Dumas and
Mika Owens.
Mika Owens.
Yes.
I don't know because Dumas sold us out with that stadium, and she and the other girl, what's her name? Mika. She didn't do right by the community when she allowed that guy. What's his name? The white dude.
Evan Nolan.
Yes, Evan Nolan.
Yes.
Yes. So I don't know. Maybe I'll let that part skip.
Okay.
Maybe I'll skip that.
All right.
I'm
Okay,
gonna vote for
Carol.
somebody that don't have my interest.
All right.
That's how it is.
Harold,
Okay?
I'm not mad at you. Thanks for your call, Carol. All right, that's Carol. And boy, she's a talker. Woo, she talks almost as much as Joan. Jeez. Vincent.
Hey, Lincoln. Thanks for taking my call. It's been a long time.
Yes.
Looks like I won that bet on what was going to come down first, the oil or them going in, putting troops over there.
Putting what over there?
Putting troops over in Iran.
Well, the oil is not going down, that's for sure.
Actually, it's going to go up.
Yes.
Wait till this fall. Next thing, for as the taxes, Joan is 100% correct. For as the taxes go, that with the schools, that's the number one thing on your tax bill here in Cincinnati. And you need to see what the guy you had on yesterday. Did you understand what he was saying?
The guy that I had on yesterday.
The guy you interviewed.
Yesterday. Who did I interview yesterday? I'm trying to think. I had a lot of people on. You mean a caller?
He was from Congress up in Washington, I believe. But anyway, he was talking about the taxes here in Cincinnati on the school system.
Yes.
And with the school system here, you need to sit down with a couple of people and look at the cost per student or with the one lady that runs that school system of the cost of per student in public school versus private school.
Oh, you talking about? I had on Isaacson yesterday. Yeah, Donnie Isaacson.
Donnie
Isaacson. Yes.
It's probably $8,000 difference. And when you sit down and test those two students, I guarantee you, a Cincinnati student at fifth grade doesn't know any geographics of the country.
I hope you're not right with that, Vincent.
I'm telling you the truth. I have no reason to lie to you.
So you're saying if you show a map of the United States to a fifth grade CPS student and you told them to pick out Florida or Georgia, they couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it. You told them where is Seattle, Washington?
I'm not buying that. I can't buy that. I don't believe that.
Put the test down on paper.
I don't believe that.
Comparing to a kid that is paid in private school, it's a day and night difference. Sad but true.
Well, I mean there's a difference in parenting too. I mean,
yes, you're right.
But still, parents are involved more if they're paying. If they're paying the private school money, they're going to be involved more. But I still think you can get a good education at Cincinnati Public, and I just don't buy the fact that you say a fifth grader could not find Washington, the state of Washington, Florida, or Arizona, or anything like that. I don't want to buy that. I can't buy that.
You'll be in shock. But anyway, on down the line, these kids are not learning, and the parents ain't not pushing it. Yeah. As Black Americans, we have no reason to fail. Everything we do, we succeed in. So why are we dragging our feet?
Well, I would say there's a percentage of parents who just put their kids out there and let them go fend for themselves when it comes to school. But the majority, I would like to say, I'm hoping the majority of parents who have kids in Cincinnati public schools keep track of what they're doing. And the small percentage that don't, that's the percentage everybody seems to concentrate on and puts the blanket over the whole school system.
Yeah, well, we're headed as pay-as-you-go system. That's where we're headed. And a lot of people don't see it coming. Give it about, I say, 5 to 10 years.
All right.
So that's definitely coming. The oil's going up. This war's not going to end anytime soon. The guy that did the run-in with the shooting here,
yes,
I often question that. There's too many gaps in that whole picture for that to be legit. It's sad.
Oh, boy.
But
I don't want to believe that, but I'm thinking this guy just did his thing on his own, and he ran through there. He shocked the hell out of him by running through. Normally, you walk through and the thing goes off, and then they whine you and all that. He just ran through and kept going, and I would be surprised if he actually shot that Secret Service agent. I think it was friendly fire that shot the guy, but I'm glad, he had a bulletproof vest on and he didn't get hurt. But it was a lot of shooting going on, and it wasn't by the shooter.
And the last thing I want to ask you, next time you get your mayor on,
yes,
put this on paper for as a question. Where's our railroad money that's supposed to be repaving these streets in Cincinnati?
I asked him that every time he comes on here. And he says they're spending it. I said, I don't see. And, they're not spending enough of it. I just saw the city manager just posted the Brighton Bridge. It's down there off Central Parkway somewhere. It's been fixed up and repaved. And I guess that was for railroad money that they did that. It looked real nice, but it's not enough. I need to see more.
Well, he needs to go over on Gilbert and do some work on Gilbert.
Oh, Gilbert is horrible. Up there by Thompson, Cincinnati Cadillac.
All of that.
You're right. Gilbert is I hate to drive on Gilbert. Yeah, you're right.
So how is it Norwood, Montgomery Road from I-71 all the way up through Silverton has been repaved on Montgomery Road just in the last 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing else here in Cincinnati has been repaved at all, and they done got that railroad money and ran away with it.
Well, now the railroad money is still sitting there, gone unused. It's still sitting there.
Well, there's a gap in the picture somewhere that needs to be filled in.
Well, they're going to hire a person that's hired just to spend the railroad money. And so
you don't need to hire somebody just to spend the money. That's crazy.
Well, you need somebody to make sure the projects are taking place and making sure they're getting bids in and get this work out. You need somebody for that. You can't have somebody like the city manager's got 50,000 jobs already to run this. You do need a person to just do that.
You're talking about Miss Cupcake.
Miss Cupcake, who is that?
City manager.
Oh, geez. I'm talking about she has so many jobs till they need somebody to run that railroad money and spend it to get these jobs going.
Well, I'm questioning how long is she going to be able to do the job.
Well, she'll be there as long as the mayor will be there.
Well, that won't be long.
All right. Vincent.
You have a good day, and I'll get back with you.
Thanks for your call. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Lincoln Ware, 1230, The Buzz.
What's happening, good people? It's your cousin Trip Fontaine, and this is the Trip After.
He called the city manager Miss Cupcake. What the hell?
Is he trying to pick a fight with Reese Mooney or what?
I know it. Where's Reese Mooney when you need him? Where are you, Reese Mooney?
He's trying to get an elbow from Reese Mooney to the face, huh?
Yeah. But the city manager got Reese Mooney trained. She got him trained good. He don't say nothing about nobody. He just wishes us love and peace. And then he's off. The city manager will be there until she refuses to fire someone that the mayor tells her to fire. Oh, boy. His daughter's making $300,000 a year. I would say the same thing. Yeah, Reese Mooney, he gets on here and says, peace and love and happiness, everyone. And he's gone. City manager's got him trained very well. Don't say nothing about those people. Don't say nothing to them.
Yeah. He's doing a great job.
Oh, boy. Lincoln's got the defensive player of the year already, and football hasn't even started. Oh, boy. I thought I would get the offensive player of the year since I'm blocking. What? Yeah, that Gilbert Avenue is the worst.
va.gov/OIG/hotline.
You have an opinion. You've got something to say.
And that's the reason why we're here today.
1230 AM The Buzz, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ, The Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. Got about maybe 8 minutes left, and we'll try to get to everybody, so let's keep it short as we can. Joan?
Lincoln?
Yes.
I know you said short, so will you give me the okay to call back tomorrow?
How long do you plan on talking, Joan?
I just want the listening audience to hear what I have to say after what that woman said and you in the conversation you had with her.
Okay. All right.
Is that okay?
Call me back tomorrow morning. I'll give you permission.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. That's Joan. She'll call back tomorrow, 2 days in a row. But we'll give her that. She's got a lot to say. And I only had a short time for her to say it. Shaki, how you doing?
Hey, Ware. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Pretty good. What's up?
Hey, everybody entitled to their opinions. The facts are the facts. You talking to Mr. Stevens about his property.
Yes.
You know, I had a house over there by the old Coreyville Community Center. He sat there and sat on that house until he sold it for $1 million because they wanted it over there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know a guy that was on Eden Avenue had a house. He came and talked to me. His house was empty. I gave him some suggestions what to do for it. Him and his wife did it. They offered him $54,000 for that house.
Mm-hmm.
Once he took those suggestions, he got about $400,000.
Okay.
He's passed on and gave it all to his son. And they got the thing called eminent domain.
Yes,
so they can come at you with eminent domain, but there's no need for eminent domain for that FC Cincinnati down there because that's something that you go to play soccer.
Yeah, that's nothing down there they could use. I don't think they could use that on anything. But, I mean, he might as well hold out as long as he can. You know?
That's what he's supposed to do, and he knows that. He knows what to do. There isn't anything to stop him from doing that. You know, and the other thing is when you were talking about that marathon station, I remember about 3 weeks ago or less, you had that same conversation about them giving that gas at that same price over there, and you was all in an uproar about what a good thing it was. What changed your mind?
Wait. Now, what? I was saying what now?
You was all upbeat about that marathon station over on Montgomery Road, and they was giving that gas away at a low price then. Go back.
I don't remember that. I don't. That place hasn't been open.
You don't, but
wait, that place hasn't been open for almost a year. It hasn't been open for a year or more.
It has been open for more than a year, and that's the fact. We're entitled to our opinion, but I guarantee you that it's been open for more than a year. You can bet on it.
Somebody just called and said, wait, hold on. That place just opened back up It has been closed down a long time. It just opened back
It has
up.
been closed down a long time, but it's been open for longer than a year.
When they opened back up, I don't believe that. I just don't believe it.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
I think you're wrong,
The other
Shaquille.
thing is, I wanted to bring it to your attention about this. I know you got short time. You know, you put people on the time limit. But yesterday, man, I timed you talking to that ponytail guy. And he came on, I think, at 12:24, 11:24, and talked till almost 11:30.
Okay.
And I was like, what is Lincoln Ware doing? Because he don't do nothing but come up, call in, and have Republican talking points, dog black women. He don't have nothing but negative stuff to say. And he always telling you, listen to me, listen to me. I was like, who is this clown?
Well, he is a clown. I agree there,
like,
Shaquille. That's the only thing I agree.
Talk
But
that
look, I don't have a cupcake, a cake cutter time for every caller to be on. I would like to get it down to two, but sometimes people have some stuff. Sometimes I'm arguing with people, trying to get something straight. Sometimes people have good facts they're throwing on us. And so I don't just try to narrow it down. I try to keep it to 2 minutes, but sometimes you just can't.
Your defense was, well, you talked about that before previously. You said if people are having an interesting conversation that gives something to the community, you may let them go over a little bit further.
Yeah.
And he had nothing but glass and rocks to give to the community.
All right.
Broken glass and rocks.
All right, Shaquille, thanks for your call. Will y'all stop timing people and let me do this? You know, I can't believe they're timing people. He started at 11:24 and he didn't finish. Come on, folks, please. Larry, how are you?
I'm fine. How you doing, Mr. Ware?
I'm hanging in there. What's up?
Well, I know I don't have too much time, but the guy that was at the show that's supposed to be a mentalist that was doing the president of party thing.
Yes.
How come he didn't see the guy coming? he could look into the future.
I know, yeah.
Why didn't he see the man running down the aisle?
I don't know. Maybe he's not what he was cranked up to be.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I know you run out of time quick. The other thing is that next time y'all had that shredded thing, make the announcements a little longer, because when Lisa Baker was there, y'all kept it in order. But this last time, you said it one day and you had it the next day.
Yeah. Well, it slipped up on us, and I guess Detective Green forgot about it, and she wasn't, as used to it as Baker was. And so I think the next time it come around, we'll talk about it a lot more.
Well, I appreciate it. And one other thing is that, what was I going to tell you about it?
Think about it and call me back.
Okay, yeah, I got to let it go. I forgot what I was going to say.
That happens to us. How old are you, Larry? How old are you?
76.
76. That's the same age I am.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
All right.
We kind of went to school together. I was a good friend of Punchy.
Oh, yeah, I know Punchy. Yeah, I've been knowing Punchy. Yep, the late Punchy. He passed away. I got to go, Larry. Larry, I got to run. Elijah, why you always call me at the end?
Well, we can talk another time. I just want to say I noticed the acute madness, that's changing as far as the temperature in our community worldwide. And it's crazy. And we got a set of things that we can do to get ourselves aligned.
All right.
I'll talk to you another time.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Okay. That's Elijah. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for me for a Tuesday. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., right here on 1230, The Buzz of Cincinnati. All right. Woo! Today is meeting day, folks. So I got to go. Talk to y'all later. Where am I? Right here? Okay. Talk to y'all later. I'm thinking this camera was on and it wasn't, but we'll figure it out. I'm out of here, folks. Bye, ya.
AM, WDBZ Cincinnati, a Radio 1 station. Online at thebuzzcincy.com. We are 1230 The Buzz, your home for Get Up. Mornings with Erica Campbell.
His own and do not necessarily represent those of Radio 1 Incorporated. Our affiliates are subsidiaries.